welcome everybody. Thanks for hopping on here on Twitch on this Sunday afternoon as we are getting ready for the home team watch party presented by Lowe's. We got the Chiefs and we got the Saints and we got Will Brinson coming on shortly and Marques Colston shortly thereafter. Dante Hall a little bit after that, and I am holding on. All right, hello everybody. Welcome to the home team watch party presented by Lowe's. It is Sunday afternoon, and we are getting ready for the big game. I think I could say the game we've all been waiting for: the Chiefs and the Saints. Drew Brees is back, and we are back here for our final edition of the home team watch party presented by Lowe's. I'm Adam Aizer. I'll be joined by Will Brinson shortly. We'll be joined by Marques Colston at 4:30 and Dante Hall an hour after that as we're getting ready for that game to kick off. We still got about 10 minutes. Meanwhile, we'll check in on the other games, and we'll talk about the 1 o'clock action with Ryan Tannehill. Damn, what a game for Ryan Tannehill. 3 passing touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns, and he's got 41 fantasy points right now, and he is your leader at the moment. 42 fantasy points, pardon me. 41 for Josh Allen yesterday. Right now, QB1 is Ryan Tannehill. It's going to be tough for anyone to top that. All right, we're going to take your questions here. Anything that you have a question about, fire away. Give you some of the injuries from the early games. We did have a slight injury to DK Metcalf. He hurt his hamstring, but he returned. Mike Evans had a head injury. Dalvin Cook is always hobbling around, but he's probably all right. James Robinson hurt his ankle. Michael Gallup left, and J.D. McKissick limped off late, but he returned to the game. That was a thriller, by the way. So we had some really, really fun games in the 1 o'clock hour. I want to know what is on your mind. What was the biggest disappointment? It had to be Russell Wilson, right? Wow, he was really, really, what a letdown by Russell Wilson and by Metcalf. I guess. Oh, we got a touch. Oh, the Jets. The Jets just took the lead? What? 6:25 to play in the first quarter. Ty Johnson with a touchdown catch, and the Jets strike first against the Rams. All right, the Rams DST is going to be on the list for candidates for biggest disappointment, but I'd say Russell Wilson, man. And I can't really even say that I'm all that surprised. He just hasn't been good enough. And still checking in and on these games. It's the Cowboys game still going on, but anyway, for Wilson, 1 touchdown pass, 121 yards. 121 yards. He had 52 rushing yards. He had 13 fantasy points. Russell Wilson has, in 6-point per passing touchdown leagues, currently 1 more fantasy point than Jeff Wilson. That's not good. That's just not good enough. That's not going to cut it. So I would call him the biggest disappointment. Metcalf also disappointing with 5 catches for 43 yards. Lockett, 4 catches for 34 yards, and just a total dud for that offense. And give credit to the Washington defense. It's really good. How you feeling about this game today? Well, here's a question from Loki's Earthquakes. What's the best way to commish a beginner's league? Some besties wants to play next year. I agree that lineups should be set every week. Of course they should be set. What do you think about doing a best ball league? I mean, I guess you could do that, but that's boring. I mean, it's fine, but not when you're with your best friends. No, lineup should be set every week. Keep it easy. 10 teams if you can do that. No more than 12. 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and a flex. Maybe half PPR or something like that. Nothing too crazy. That's the way you should start up a league. And then you could go, I would say 10 IDP, super flex, dynasty, auction. How about that? Why don't we start up that kind of league? What else stood out today? All right, and Saturday for that matter. Lamar Jackson is on fire. 243 yards and 3 touchdowns in the air, 35 yards and a touchdown on the ground, 34 fantasy points. I have no idea where this came from Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan is QB4 currently. 33 fantasy points. He threw 49 times, 356 yards and 3 touchdowns, and very surprisingly, the Falcons blew a lead. Did not see that coming, but the Falcons blew a lead. But that might have been the biggest surprise to me. Matt Ryan having this game when he has been horrible lately, and he's been so bad all year without Julio Jones, and Russell Gage with another good game, and Calvin Ridley with a really good game. Ridley with 163 yards and a touchdown and 10 catches. He almost had a second touchdown, by the way. It was knocked out of his hands. And Russell Gage with a good game as well. Gage with 5 catches, 68 yards, and a touchdown. Tom Brady. What's up, Will?
What's up, buddy?
How you doing, man?
Excited to spend a Sunday afternoon with you.
Yeah, I'm glad you're here because I'm having some major internet issues, but I think we're okay. I think we're okay now.
Yeah, what if you left?
No, I'm good.
Like, I'm out of here.
I'm good. Let's talk about this game. I mean, are you as excited? This is such a great
the Jets and the Rams.
The Jets Rams. I mean, Ty Johnson. Unbelievable. No, this is such a great way to end the home team watch party series. This is our 8th one. It's been extremely fun. And this game, I don't think I had anticipated a game more than this one. I had looked forward to a game more than this one. I hope we have a 70-point shootout, man. I think it's gonna be great.
Yeah, I don't think that'll be the case. I think it'll be a little more low scoring, maybe than people anticipate. But I hope it's a shootout. I think it'd be awesome.
Who do you got? It's the spread, the point, the total.
I haven't bet on anything. Let's pick something for me to bet on. I've got the
over 53.5.
You think so?
But put like $5 on it. That way we can get all excited every time they score.
Right.
And you know what? Put $10 on it for me, and I'll Venmo you.
All right, you want 10 on it?
$10 on the over 53.5. All
right. Let's see. So we'll put $510 on the over. Just kidding. Oh no!
What happened?
The Cowboys just scored again.
Oh, they did. Pick 6.
No, it was CeeDee Lamb. It was an onside.
Oh, it was a kick. Oh, it was a kick. Okay, there you go.
Wow.
Special teams.
Oh my God! I ended up having to play against Tony Pollard in our office league, and I'm nauseous.
Oh yeah, I started him over Kareem Hunt. Yeah, Tony Pollard. I mean, there's a good candidate for like the big. I wouldn't necessarily call it a surprise, but it's a major storyline today. He got a 40-yard rushing touchdown late. Finished with 2 touchdowns. Let's check.
54 is the over now.
54. Oh wow. All right. Fine. $10. I'll go over.
All right, let's go.
Because we're gonna get overtime.
Okay, that doesn't really help the over that much.
That's gonna give us 6 extra points.
3 maybe.
No, it's gonna give us 9 extra points. It's gonna get us a field goal and then the subsequent touchdown.
Okay.
Tony Pollard ends up with, in my half PPR league, 28.2 points right now. I am glad we started him. Holy cow. Because Russell Wilson laid an egg.
Jamie, our producer, has the over as well.
All right, we're going over.
Right.
We are going. Everybody on Twitch, put $5 on the over. I want everybody in on this together.
I also have the over on Alvin Kamara receptions 6.5.
That's a lot of receptions.
But no Michael Thomas and Drew Brees in there? I don't think so.
No, I could see it. He was on pace for, I think, 119 catches without Michael Thomas. Or no, just with Drew Brees, which was mostly without.
I got it like even juice, and I think it's up to like minus 170 now. So.
Okay. Oh, that's great. Good for you. All right. Loki's Earthquake's the only person asking any questions right now, but that's fine. We can answer them.
I know. Let's do Adam. Let's do something fun here.
Okay.
First touchdown score.
Travis Kelce.
Kelce is 7-1. Don't mind that. All right, we'll do a couple of these. Let's see. We'll do Travis Kelce. Emmanuel Sanders 11-1 is a good price.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Another one I like that is a good price is Patrick Mahomes at 17-1.
That would be a rushing touchdown.
Yeah, it has to be a rushing, not a passing.
What if it's a receiving touchdown?
That would qualify.
What if Travis Kelce throws it? It's the guy who's not throwing the touchdown. If he throws one to Mahomes, it's Mahomes.
Yeah, it's the receiver, not the
right. Gotcha.
And then what about Jared Cook at 14-1?
Jared Cook at 14-1. That's excellent. He had 4 touchdowns in 5 games with Brees and without Michael Thomas. That's just absolutely excellent. Here's a good question from Loki's Earthquake. He's a Washington football team fan. Who's better? Let's assume both teams are healthy. Alex Smith, Daniel Jones. Who's better?
The Washington football team is better.
Oh, you know what? I knew you were going to say that. The Giants beat them twice. Why do people forget that? The Giants.
It's like 90% of Daniel Jones's wins are against the freaking
it's Washington
football team. Yeah.
Yeah, that's 90% of the Giants wins. Oh, now Jeff Wilson appears to be injured.
By the way, I texted my dad this morning. He said, "Dad, Zeke's out. You better go grab Pollard." It's like, "Oh, who do I drop? I was like, "Dad, just listen to me. Just go do it." And I think he's going to win his week.
That's great.
Finals as a result.
That's great. All right, listen,
we can finally contribute.
We got a busy Twitch channel here. All right, everybody showed up. And we're just about there waiting for this 49ers Cowboys game to end. Nick Mullins with the Hail Mary. Oh, Kendrick Bourne just caught that.
But it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter, but that mattered for
what?
Somebody may have had the game's underway. Well, come on, let's go. Let's put it on the TV, man. It's second down. I think Kelsey just had a catch. All right, this is the Home Team Watch Party presented by Lowe's, and we're fired up. This is our last one of the year, and we thank everybody who's been with us since day one, and all of our Twitch followers. It's great. I'm Adam Aizer. That's Will Brinson. Marques Colston.
The game is on freaking Red Zone and not CBS. Come on, CBS.
Yeah, come on. We don't care about the Cowboys Niners. It was a fun game. You had your time. We'll watch it on Red Zone. It's all good.
Give us. Or they have to cut a commercial.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire with the pitch, gets the pitch in the first down. What do you think about Edwards-Helaire? No, this is not an Express sweater. This is a much older sweater, not as cool as my Express clothes. What do you think about Clyde Edwards-Helaire today, Will? You think he's going to be able to get anything done against the Saints defense?
Yeah, I think so. I think you run against the Saints a little bit. I think they'll be more inclined to. By the way, I didn't get the first touchdown scorers in.
Oh, come on, Will.
I can do it live, but we only get. Wait, the Cardinals got a safety?
Yes, Cardinals got a safety.
Oh.
So one of the big debates in fantasy this morning.
Oh.
Yeah, how about that? He's early. Great.
I didn't know who we were getting today. Nobody told me. I've given no information about this.
Why don't you guess our Chiefs guest? Guess our Chiefs guest.
I mean, Dante Hall. Obviously.
Of course, Dante Hall.
Of course, yeah.
He's our favorite. Marques Colston. Marques, are you there?
You just got to wait till he pops up.
I know, but sometimes they have trouble with the video.
Right on cue.
There he is.
That is a high quality Zoom setup there.
Yeah.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Doing well, man.
Welcome to the Home Team Watch Party. How are you? Well, you just said it. You're doing well. Are you ready for this game? Give us a little prediction here. Saints Chiefs.
Oh man, this is maybe Super Bowl preview.
I like it.
It's tough with Drew coming back without MT. I think that the Saints might have to get some revenge if they play later in the season. Okay. I don't know. I don't know if they had the firepower today.
All right. I'm so disappointed. I'm sure you are as a wide receiver to not see Michael Thomas versus Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
Those guys are so different. Talk about the way they get it done and their styles being, I don't know, are they like polar opposites?
Yeah, I think they're definitely opposite ends of the spectrum. Tyreek, I haven't really seen speed like that ever. Ever. Yeah. So I mean, he every time he takes off, man, the defense is scared to death of getting beat deep, and I think it just opens up so much for him. And Mike, I mean, he's just such a physical player. He likes to beat people up on routes. So yeah, two different ends of the spectrum, but they both produce off the charts, man.
How hard would it be for a guy like Emmanuel Sanders to come in an offseason and pick up Sean Payton's offense? I mean, because you produced out of the gate. When you came, is that a difficult thing for him, or does Sean make it easy enough where he can kind of facilitate it?
Well, I think somebody that has the experience he has, he'll pick it up. He picked it up pretty quickly, I believe. I mean, it's really just the routes are the same, the route combinations are the same. It's learning to speak the language,
right?
And he's been around. He's a vet, a proven vet from what I understand, and just watching him play. He knows what to do. It's just a matter of speaking the same language as Drew and the guys.
All right. So you were a 7th round pick, second to last wide receiver selected. Unbelievable career you had. How did you never make a Pro Bowl? What happened?
I couldn't tell you, man. I think I had there were a couple years where, I mean, first of all, I played in the NFC that was just stacked with receivers. I mean, you had Donald Driver, you had Fitz, you had
Larry Fitzgerald's prime is a tough time to try to make a Pro Bowl.
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, Steve Smith. It was stacked, man. So I had that kind of going against me, and then, I was a system receiver. That's the word that they like to put on me. I was a system guy. So it is what it is.
Well, it's weird though. Like if you had been a first round pick and you come in, you have 8 touchdowns and 1,000 yards out of the gate. People are like, this guy, this is just a physical freak imposing his will on the league. But if you're not in the first round, you go and draft or whatever it is, like 5th, 6th, 7th, whatever, it changes the narrative. It's kind of, I understand why we do it, but it's pretty stupid.
No, you're spot on, man. It's like I always say, how you come in the league it follows you around your whole career, right?
For sure.
Even as I'm like listening to the game in the background, you got Tony Romo. He's always going to be the undrafted quarterback.
Yeah.
Right. No matter what you do, you're the undrafted. You're the 7th rounder. And if you're a first rounder that produces, like you're the blue chip, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, right? So
right,
it just is what it is.
So great start for this over, Adam.
No, we hammered the over. We were this is gonna be I called it a 70-point game. 2 punts to start on our first 2 possessions. So correct me if I'm wrong here, but you came in and that was the first year with Brees in New Orleans, first year with Peyton. So it was just like a new era of Saints football, right?
It was, man. We got it was the Reggie Bush era.
That's right. Oh yeah. Because they took the Texans took Mario Williams and then the Saints got Bush.
No, it's funny. He was like the only proven commodity coming into the city at that point. Drew was coming off the injury. Sean, as his first year as a head coach. So Reggie was the only thing that we knew that we could depend on coming into the season. It was interesting timing.
So how did Sean Payton build kind of they're not a Super Bowl dynasty, whatever, but an incredible football program year in, year out. You were there from the beginning. How did he build it?
He's built it differently every year. As I'm watching them play, they play differently than they played when I was there. And I think it's a credit to Sean. I mean, he's a guy that he's able to really see and understand his talent base and kind of put the game plan together around that. So he's somebody that he has an ego. And he's going to do well. He wants to do well. He wants to win at all costs. But there's a side to him that he's a player's coach at the same time, right? If you can produce, he's going to play you. And like when you start to build the trust and build the culture that like the best guys are going to play, I don't care if you're a first rounder, I don't care if you're an undrafted free agent. It just builds a locker room in a way that like he's a culture builder. That's kind of the way I like to put it. He kind of reestablished that culture down there. And that's the one thing that's kind of been the steadying force throughout the 15 years he's been there. Different players. I mean, helps you got a Hall of Fame quarterback.
Yeah. Right.
Right.
But no, he's a culture builder. And that whole organization, man, they just do it the right way. And you build it to where guys want to play there. And they're going to always bring in top free agents. You're always going to bring in the best talent and give yourself a chance to win.
All right, let's see this call here. Was this a good call? Are they calling?
That's a good call. That's
that
good.
Right there. All right. That
he gets him inside he gets him a little inside the chest plate there. Were you surprised Drew came back to play in 2020? Because obviously he was on the fence. And do you think that? As a follow up, do you think that he has like some sort of sense of FOMO? Like like if I cannot have them win a title the second I walk away, like that will drive me crazy for the rest of the time.
I just think he's been so close, man. It didn't surprise me at all. Like when you're literally on the doorstep for 3 years in a row, right? And I mean, the team, the core of the team keeps coming back. The Kamara and MT, they're still young guys. Like he knows what he has. And he knows he probably should have got at least one over the last 3 years. So I think he rolled the dice and he's figuring this is a year. And I mean, look at where they're positioned. I mean, they're right in the thick of it,
Yeah. By the way, so were we talking about this last week or 2 weeks ago, Adam? So like, are you aware that when you were in your rookie year that on, I think it was just Yahoo, but maybe it was all fantasy. Are you aware of this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Like the tight end thing, like it's the ultimate fantasy cheat code. Like it's like legendary. And in fact, one more thing about it too is like, so Pete Prisco, who's our colleague, was down there in training camp and was talking to Peyton about, what was going on. He's like, this Colston kid is going to blow up this year. Watch. And so Pete, now I didn't work at CBS, so he didn't help me out, but he told all his buddies to go draft you in fantasy, and they all won their leagues as a result.
That's funny. That's funny, man. Yeah. It's like the reason why a lot of people, it's the first thing that a lot of people say to me. Either,
really?
Either they had me as a tight end or they got crushed by me as a tight end.
That's hilarious.
I never even knew about that, Will.
You didn't know? Are you sarcastic?
No, I never played on Yahoo or anything.
It's like the biggest cheat code in the history of fantasy. It's like because he was.
What is with all these Saints being eligible at tight end? Taysom Hill, Colston. What's up with that?
But the funniest thing is, like people think because of that, I actually played tight end. In
you never played tight end at all.
Never had my hand in the dirt. Never gotten a 3-point stance.
It's amazing. Like it's crazy. I mean, you didn't. Yeah, never played tight end. Always a wide receiver, and somebody in Yahoo just screwed up when they were like, Colston, like, I mean, because it's not like, you weren't a first round wide receiver, right? They weren't, like, all right, we'll just put him as a tight end, or like, and that's how it happened, and then you were eligible all season long.
Just a big receiver, man. That's what happened.
It's crazy.
Hey, speaking of which, what did you think of Taysom Hill those last 4 games?
I mean, I think he's just a football player, man. I think he stepping in to his first start and like stepping into this situation, you're in the thick of trying to hunt down the number 1 seed. I think he's played really well. I mean, he's managed the games, he's kept them in position to win. And you can feel like there's an element of him that he wants to take off, but he wants to establish himself as a passer at the same time. Mm-hmm. And I think with a little bit more, a few more reps and a couple more games under his belt, he'll find that balance to where, look, defenses are scared to death of what he can do. And I think with some more reps, some more time on task, he'll find that balance, and he's going to be scary, dude.
So you can break the news if you want. Is this going to be Drew Brees' last year? Totally up to you.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I like when I tapped out, like, what was it, 4 or 5 years ago? I thought Drew was following right behind me, and here we are 4 years later. He's still breaking records, and I'm, I don't know if I have a 2-minute drill left in me.
It really is crazy. These quarterbacks. I mean, like, you just didn't see it 10 years ago, And I mean, maybe it's like what they like. I guess it is a different position where like you can't, unless you're Jerry Rice or somebody, you really, or maybe T.O., an all-time freak show athlete. It's hard to play wide receiver at that age. These quarterbacks, I don't know if it's like because they now like they do yoga and stuff, or like eat avocados, or what it is, but I mean, like, it's totally different, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's I think it's a combination. Like he's been somebody that he's always taken care of his body. Like he's even the level of success that he's had, he's always trying to add new things to his game and to his repertoire. So you can even see that in the way that he plays. And I do think it is the position. Like, I mean, if he goes from running a 4.9 to a 5.3,
right,
it's not really going to show up as much. But if I go out and try to run a slant route at a 5.3, it's not happening.
That's right.
All right, I got some questions here from Twitch. So let's hear from JDS. Who was the toughest defender you faced?
I'll give you 2. One is going to be a little more obvious than the other. So one of the toughest was Al Harris for me. Back when he played for the Packers. He was just it was like looking in the mirror because he was like 6'3", long arms. And it's just tough to run routes because I was kind of more of a physical player. So he was a tough matchup. And then Darrelle Revis in his prime. Like he was special. I mean, he follow you all over the field, man. If I lined up in the slot, he's right there pressing me. When he was in his prime, he was the best that did it.
So what was your prep? We were talking to Jordy Nelson about this, I guess 2 weeks ago, and sort of wondering about like your preference to kind of match up and how cornerbacks like a Richard Sherman, for instance. Like if Richard Sherman is probably not excited to face you because it's it's gonna be a challenge, but like you're the type of physically you're the type of receiver he would rather play, right? I mean, were there differences where you knew you were getting a short cornerback, you're like, all right, we're just gonna post up on this guy all day long?
No doubt about it, man. That was half of my game. Like I was a body position guy, right? So when I saw like the smaller corners that were, they were fast and they had the makeup speed, I wasn't really trying to get behind you anyways. I was trying to box you out and, use my wingspan to make the catch. So yeah, I mean, the matchups are all different. And to your point, like the bigger corners, the ones that were a little bit more physical, it was hand-to-hand combat because we're kind of clashing, trying to play the same type of game,
Drew Brees just made a bad play, by the way.
Interception. Yeah. All right. The over. Wilk, is it too late to take the under?
It is too late to take the under 54. It is the current. Let's see what the live number is. It is.
His guy fell down. Give him a break, by the way.
Eh.
But all right. So turnover here, and we'll see if the Chiefs can capitalize. Still no score. Pretty early in the game. Big surprise right now is the Jets just blocked a punt. They're up 7-0 on the Rams. They are almost up 14-0, and they are almost blowing their chance of getting Trevor Lawrence, but they'll find a way to get.
Oh, yeah, the Jaguars got smoked today. Wait, when did the Saints draft? Was Michael Thomas your replacement? Is that what's going on here?
Pretty much. I think he came in
2016, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think has he only been all
Brinson? His fifth year, I think. Well. Anyway, Marcus, so we'll talk about this game here. 36-yard line. The Chiefs are set up 1st and 10. I'm sure you probably get tired of talking about the Super Bowl, right? Let's relive your Super Bowl championship a little bit. We got it. We got the touchdown, the first touchdown, right?
We got some. You're right. I should have taken Kelce first.
Yeah, Travis Kelce first touchdown. Sorry, I didn't mean to celebrate a Chiefs success there, but I guess how often do you talk about winning the Super Bowl?
It comes up pretty often. Like my son is like a football fanatic. So
how old is he?
He's 6. I'm sorry, not 6. My daughter's 6. My son is 8.
Okay, I got a 6.5-year-old who will be 7 in like a week. So yeah, they're obsessed with whatever they're doing.
He's all over it, man. He's actually downstairs in the basement playing Madden as we speak.
Oh, that's awesome.
But yeah, he asked me a million questions about the Super Bowl. Like what was your first catch and what was your favorite route? And so he keeps it fresh for me.
What was your favorite route in the Super Bowl?
My favorite route, I ran I actually should have scored. I ran like this crossing route. I think it was it was in the second quarter. Ran a crossing route in the cover 3, caught the ball. It was like a back, drew through it on my back hip. I was able to spin, get up the field, and I couldn't really quite catch my balance. I got it down to like the 5 or the 6 yard line.
Oh yeah, I think I know. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Yeah. And it's set up. Who scored?
Okay, by the way, I had no idea what happened. I just looked up and I saw Kelce scoring. He recovered a fumble and he ran it in, but the player was down. I think it was Le'Veon Bell. He was down, so there will not be a touchdown there.
It's gonna be interesting to see what he does the rest of this year, Le'Veon Bell.
You think so?
I think he's gonna be big down the stretch. Yeah.
So yeah, you think they'll kind of turn to the veteran down the stretch?
Yeah, I think. I mean,
because they got Clyde Edwards-Helaire. They got their first round pick there, and he's been okay this year.
I mean, they're gonna have to run the ball down the stretch. I mean, at some point it's gonna snow in KC.
Right.
Yeah. At some point.
Although Mahomes doesn't seem to care what the weather's like when he's just
this is true
chucking it around.
This is true.
Are the Cardinals about to hang one on the Eagles here?
Yeah.
So if the Cardinals roll, all right, that's another touchdown for Kyler to Chase Edmonds. If the Cardinals roll the Eagles, Washington already lost. Is Dallas back in this thing? The Cowboys are like a zombie. They won't die. Go away.
Dude, it's the NFC East, man. All right, so I'm looking at some of the players that you played with, and I'm a Giants fan. I got this thing here. I got to say one of the angriest I've ever been. I was before your time, but it was Joe Horn and his cell phone celebration. against the Giants on Monday Night Football. I was so pissed. I was like, all right, stop rubbing it in, dude. I hated that stuff. But I imagine he was probably pretty fun to play with. You played with Jeremy Shockey. Like, who stood out as like the wackiest teammate you ever had?
Yeah, I mean, Joe, I played with Joe for a year, and it was just like, I've always been a fan. So to be in the locker room with Joe, with Hollywood, now he was a lot of fun to play with. Shockey was my guy though, man.
Really?
Shockey's crazy.
Such a good teammate. That's the thing that a lot of people don't realize. Like they saw how passionate he was, and sometimes it may have looked a little bit crazy, but if you're in the trenches with that guy, man, there's nothing he wouldn't do. That's one of my favorite teammates.
Yeah, and you played with him, and then you played with Jimmy Graham, and they're both like very hyped, awesome tight ends coming out of Miami. Kind of compare the two. How are they similar? How are they different?
Shockey was a little more your like traditional tight end. He was a guy that was an inline blocker. He could do it all. And he was like one of the first like flex tight ends to really do it and do it at that level. But Jimmy, man, it was so cool to just see Jimmy's evolution, because I saw him when he got there as a rookie in 2010, I think it was, and you could see he was just an athletic freak. Like you could see he had it in him, but just to see how he like progressed and came along, man, it was it was crazy. He was a rookie in 10. In 11, he just like went completely off. I think he had like 90 some catches, 1,300 yards, something crazy. And just to see him go from that point in one season, like it was cool to watch, man.
Did you ever play basketball against him?
No, I wouldn't do that. No. I seen that dude in the weight room. I wasn't no parts of that.
Yeah, I could imagine.
Is it who's speaking of ex-teammates who's like killing it now? Is Roman Harper. He's really good on television.
I always knew he would be, man. He was always a good interview.
His hair is hilariously gray, but I mean, like but he is it is like, I mean, he's just older, but he's always been that way. But he is fantastic on TV. He
is, man. He's a lot of fun, man. And I don't know if his hair has gotten grayer since 2006 when I met him.
I know, right?
Like the OG in the room from day one.
All right, so we still have no score here, and not even halfway through the first quarter. We've had a lot of possessions. Busy day for the punters. We also had a turnover, and now a drop from Tyreek Hill. So we've had, every year it seems like there's a new guy who's the best wide receiver in football. It was Michael Thomas last year, probably Tyreek Hill this year, Julio Jones, Beckham at one point. Mm-hmm. Do you have an opinion who the best wide receiver in football is?
Man, what you looking for? That's my question. Like, I think Julio is always going to be in the conversation, just because, I mean, he's Julio. Yeah. There's not too many humans on earth that can do what he can do. I mean, I think right now, the guy that's unstoppable is Davante Adams.
Yeah,
he's that connection is unstoppable right now.
Yeah,
and I mean, they have Aaron Jones, but he doesn't really have another guy that really commands the attention like some of the other guys. And he's still 8-9 touchdowns, in a row.
He's a beast. I mean, he just doesn't quit. And he's like, it's almost like he's sort of, he does, when you watch him like get the ball in the open field, he does have it's different than like Julio. Like you see Julio at the ball in the open field and you don't like know, like he could like take off and like start flying. But like Adams, is just gonna. I don't know. He's got some physicality to him that I didn't think he had early on in his career, and now he does.
Davante, he plays like a hooper. Like he runs routes like he's playing basketball, like he's dribbling the ball. And I think that's the thing I enjoy watching about him. Like all of his routes, it looks like he's crossing somebody over.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Another guy is Stephon Diggs that not a lot of people are talking about. I've always enjoyed watching him. And he's just a creative route runner,
Yeah, I mean, that's where from somebody like me, that's kind of hard, I guess, for me to see. And that's why I've always kind of marveled at Davante Adams, because it's like, some of these guys like Julio's huge, DK Metcalf is a bodybuilder, and Tyreek Hill's the fastest guy we've ever seen, and Devontae Adams just seems like a combination of everything. That I don't know, to me, like to the naked eye, to someone who's not a trained wide receiver, doesn't have this skill that's so obvious. But yeah, his route, like you said, his route running is special. But oh my gosh, Jets with another interception. I don't know. Yeah, he's like a hybrid, I guess. But why the wide receivers are so good right now. Are they actually the biggest divas in the NFL, or is that just kind of a like an undue reputation?
No, I think it's undue.
Okay.
I think there was a moment in time where it was true. But I think some of the defensive guys are taking that over, man.
That's a good point. And by the way, just real quickly on Diggs too, like the thing about Diggs the last couple of weeks especially is and I don't know, actually I'll ask you this because I don't know the answer. So when the Bills are lined up and their teams have been trying to go zone on him, and then like they try to go man on him, and Diggs just torches the cornerback. And so then they switch to zone, and is that him and Josh Allen talking before the snap to figure out, okay, like this is zones post up, or is it more like Allen has to read it and react, and Diggs is doing the same thing, and they're sort of playing against each other? How is that working with two guys, especially, like they're in their first year together?
Yeah, I mean, that's the coolest thing to watch is as it comes together. Like they're seeing the defense through the same set of eyes. Right. So especially in zone, like you really have to be able to be synced up in zone, because there's going to be like we all have this picture of like what a route looks like on paper. It's a slanted line, right? But in reality, it's like the hole in the zone. The receiver has to see it at the same time the quarterback sees it, and you got to throw the ball before the defender reacts. So like literally what they're doing and what they're getting better at every week is seeing it through the same eyes. And like when you have somebody that can run routes that creatively, if you synced up, he's unguardable at this point.
Okay, so, and I know we had a big play in that game, but I want to have a follow-up on that because I think that's really interesting. So like, let's say the Josh Allen gets under center, and whoever the Broncos have set up some kind of just a cover 2 zone, right? And Diggs is supposed to run sort of an in route, whether it's a slant or just a hard in, whatever it is. How like is he making a call once he realizes it's zone as he's running, or is that Allen audibling at the line to get him set? I mean, it varies team to team, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, he's literally reading the defense like as he's going. Like he has it when you line up, you kind of have an idea based on let's call it the down and distance.
Sure.
But he's kind of verifying it as he goes. So when he sees zone, he's now reacting to the spot in the zone. So right. So I kind of use my fingers. So if the in route is supposed to go all the way across the field, but you feel it's zone and you feel the hole here, you just stop.
Right. You stop and just post up in the zone, and then you let the quarterback just naturally read back to your progressions, and you just try to be open for it.
Exactly.
Okay.
And it's a lot of it's body language too. So the quarterback is looking for your body language. If you're like hauling butt across the field, he knows you're going to stay on the move. But if he kind of sees you abruptly stop, like he knows, all right, I got to get the ball there now in that hole.
Right. Oh, that was my next question, because I was wondering how the communication, the unspoken communication goes from the wide receiver to the quarterback, and why we don't see more of the, oh, well, he thought he was going to keep going and not, stop the route. It doesn't seem, when it happens, it's pretty obvious. And it seems like quarterbacks and wide receivers are pretty good at knowing what one another is going to do.
Yeah, it's a lot of it's time on task. I mean, that's really what a lot of the practices are built on, is just kind of trying to anticipate the looks that you're going to get in the game and try to get repetitions on those looks. So that's why the off season is so important, because you got to just get enough reps so that, you can kind of see all the looks and know what each other is going to do in each one of those looks. So like,
that's what's so crazy about Diggs and Allen. It's like,
exactly.
How do you do that when you're traded in this pandemic offseason?
Yeah, I mean, that's what's, to your point, it's what's so impressive. I think what Diggs does a really good job of, if you really watch his routes, like there's no gray area in his routes. Like when he's stopping, he's stopping. There's no extra steps. There's no wasted movement. Like when he stops, everything stops. So I think that helps clear up the picture for the quarterback because you're not trying to guess at what he's doing. His body language is telling you exactly what he's doing.
And so is Michael Thomas an elite route runner?
Yes.
Yeah. I figured as much. Yeah, he's pretty amazing. He's not a guy who goes downfield all that much, and yet he just catches everything. And he and Brees perfectly in sync. And it's a shame we don't get to see Michael Thomas today, but I got to ask about Drew Brees. I mean, this is his comeback after missing 4 games. And just what was it like playing with him? What's he like as a teammate?
I mean, he's everything you would expect as a teammate. Like he's the guy that you would think that he was the practice squad guy still trying to make the roster. Like that's the way he works. And it was cool seeing it in 2006, just as a rookie, not really knowing what to expect and kind of being a fan of his in 2006. Seeing it all the way through to his work ethic is still the same in 2020. Right. So knowing what he was coming back from and trying to like reestablish in 2006, there's a reason to kind of be looking up the mountain. Right. I think what makes him special is as literally the record holder in every possible meaningful passing category, he's still looking up the mountain. He's still finding a way to get motivated. He's still the hardest worker in the room. And like, that's the thing that if he wanted to play for 3 more years, that's the thing that he would still be able to play for 3 more years. Like that mentality and that approach. Right. And it's like, it's contagious around the locker room when your best player, Hall of Famer is your hardest worker. It's like, how can I not work my ass off?
Yeah. It's like Brady too, right? I mean, right. You should, and it does something that few other positions or players or even coaches are capable of doing, which is that like it puts rookies, it puts veterans. Like if you're a high price free agent and you show up, or you're a first round rookie, like you can't show up and be like, oh, like I'll do what I want here. It's like, oh, like Drew Brees is grinding his ass off. Like I have to jump in line or else I'm going to get blitzkrieg here.
It kind of holds everybody accountable, even like the coaches. Like you don't want to be the coach that puts together the terrible game plan that hands it to Drew.
Right. What is this?
So it puts everybody on notice.
Right. So our producer Jamie pointed this out, and I didn't realize this. But do you watch Red Zone?
I do watch Red Zone.
Are you aware of your historical significance with Red Zone?
I wasn't aware until my phone started blowing up last week.
Oh, because when they did the 200th episode or whatever. Oh, yeah, I guess they did just show that. Right.
Yeah, I wasn't aware until last week. No, that was the Red Zone is like my cheat code on Sundays, man. Yeah,
of course. Yeah. For those that are not aware, Mr. Colston's first was the first touchdown ever on NFL Red Zone was your 2009 reception from Drew Brees to you. That is literally more than a decade ago. In 2009 against the Detroit Lions. I'm going to go on a limb and say that you guys won that game.
Yeah, that was 2009. That was the first of a lot of wins.
Yeah, because it was y'all in the Colts in week 12 or 13. Who was the first loss that year?
Who was our first loss? Was it Carolina?
I'm gonna look. I'm not entirely sure.
But
because the other thing about that 2009 season, and obviously you guys won the Super Bowl. Yeah, your first loss was Dallas in week 15.
The Marques Ware game.
That's right. That's right. Am I wrong? Wasn't 2009 also when the Colts, was it Jim Caldwell sat everybody, or the Jets or the Jets beat somebody? Marvin Lewis sat everybody, and the Bengals had to play the Jets back-to-back weeks or something like that, and they got booted by the Jets in the playoffs. Am I crazy? Maybe.
Oh yeah, we have no idea. Nobody knows. Will, are you crazy? The answer is yes.
Yes. Okay. That is true.
Yeah. All right. So you're looking at the Saints right now. By the way, I don't think Drew Brees has thrown his 5th pass, but he is 0 for 4, and they just had the graphic on the game. He's never started a game in his career 0 for 5. So that's amazing. Your assessment of the Saints and their chances of winning the Super Bowl. Do you think they will get there? Let's start with that. Are they the best team in the NFC?
I think they are. I think they're the most complete team in the NFC. I mean, you got I mean, look, if you look around both sides of the ball, like they're too deep at running back, too deep at receiver, 3 or 4 deep at tight end. Offensive line's playing well. The defensive side of the ball has kind of they've been the best defense in football all year. So, yeah, I mean, I think they're the most complete team. It's the interesting thing about the playoffs is like it's a momentum game. It's you got to be playing well, clicking on all cylinders at the right time.
Yeah.
So like a game like today is important. But like these last 3 or 4 weeks are like you got to find that rhythm, and you gotta be ascending going into the playoffs.
Did you think that your Super Bowl team was New Orleans' best team? Because you guys had a lot of great teams and some earlier exits than were expected. Was that your best team?
Definitely wasn't the most talented team.
Really?
Wasn't the most talented team. It was a team that this is the analogy that I've heard that I agree with. Like that was a team that if there was a bar fight, I'm taking the 2009 team.
That's good.
I'm taking that team. But the most talented team I played on was 2011. That's when we had, on offense, we had Jimmy. Jimmy went for like 1,300. I went for 1,100. We had Lance Moore still. We had Devery Henderson, Robert Meacham. We had Sproles in the backfield. That was like I think that's the year that Drew shattered all the passing records.
That's right. And then that's the crazy Alex Smith NFC Championship game, right?
Yeah, man, that damn quarterback run.
God, insane.
Yeah.
Dante
Hall. Dante,
what's up?
How you doing?
I'm great. I'm at the game right now. I'm actually at the game. Let me show y'all right quick. Let me show you.
He's not joking.
My gosh.
Wait, what? This is certainly against NFL broadcast regulations.
Okay.
No, you're fine.
We got a live feed. How about that?
I did not see that coming.
Sorry about that.
No, you're fine. I don't think we'll get in trouble for it.
That's great. Hey, Marques,
I won't get in trouble for it. So sounds like no one is going to get in trouble for it.
No big deal. Marques, you feel free to stay as long as you want. You can hop off. I know we had you for a half hour, so whatever you want to do, we're happy to have you for as long as you'd like to stay. Let us know.
I always enjoy talking to you guys. So what are we talking about today?
This is Dante's third trip on here.
Yeah, Dante's a co-host at this point.
I'll stay on for a couple more minutes.
All right, cool. That's good stuff. So, all right, Dante, how about that Chiefs defense, man?
This is what the Chiefs defense do, man. We get stronger as the season goes on. And our offense came out a little whack. We dropping passes. I feel like Mahomes was a little off, and the defense sets us up to get our first point. So this is typically what has been the script the last 2-3 years, man. The defense comes on later in the season.
I was actually going to say that I think there's some similarities to the 2019 Chiefs and 2009 Saints in that it's like the defenses weren't necessarily elite per se, but it just like everything clicked. And then you had this high end offense that was able to do whatever they wanted. And you get rolling at the right time. 2006 Colts probably qualified too.
Yes. 2001 New England Patriots.
Sure.
Yeah, that's typically how it goes. You want to get hot at the right time towards the end of the season. And with the way the limited practices that the guys have now, it's harder for defenses to catch up to the offenses. So you can pretty much expect defenses to be a lot stronger when the weather becomes bad or whatever. And the defense, they usually get strong this time of the year. And if you have an offense to go with that defense, look out. You have a good chance.
Yeah, I think it's those defenses are like opportunistic. It's a turnover game at this point in the season. If you had that offense that's kind of sitting on the sidelines, how can I get the ball back to them? And how can I get more possession? That's what we were able to do. It feels like, to your point, that's what the Chiefs were able to do last year. Just keep putting the ball in 15's hands.
Yeah, and you're right, Marques. It's opportunistic, but it's also bend but don't break.
Yep.
Because the Chiefs offense, 9 times out of 10, they're getting 7.
Yep.
So if you can, as a defense, hold them to 3 3, and then the Chiefs go down and score 7, 7, 7. That's how you build a league. And now,
pressure on them.
Yeah, exactly.
And Marques, the last thing I wanted to ask you was, do you think you talked about how Drew Brees gets motivated, draws motivation? Do you think he's motivated to face Patrick Mahomes today? You think that's part of it?
Oh, no doubt about it. Like it's competition at its finest. I mean, you got the young guy that's tearing the league up, and he's on the fast track to be one of the best that ever did it. I would imagine that Drew wants to come out and show him that, you coming, but you're not here quite yet.
Right. Yeah.
Did you just see what he just did? Watch Mahomes right here. He's running and he puts it in reverse somehow. He this guy's ridiculous.
Hey, he's like Steph Curry. He's like the Steph Curry of football, just awkwardly putting himself in positions like you say, like running backwards, throwing sideways, just Steph Curry-esque.
I mean, like if you're driving down the street and you jam your car into reverse and try to back up, it's not going it shouldn't work like that.
Your engine is going to fall out.
Yeah, he's just casually just stopping and backing up and then slinging it. It's wild, man.
And he was almost a New Orleans Saint. The Saints had the 11th pick. They were considering him or Lattimore. The Chiefs traded up to get the 10th pick. They took Mahomes. The Saints had a great draft that year, headlined by Lattimore. They also had Alvin Kamara in that draft. Ryan Ramczyk had a great draft, but it could have been a little bit different. Wonder what career would look like.
Can you imagine Mahomes and Kamara and Michael Thompson? Oh my God, that would have been scary.
The only other spot where you feel like Mahomes might be Mahomes is New Orleans, just because if you give Sean Payton this guy, he'd unleash it.
That is I never thought of that. Andy Reid is a GOAT himself, but yeah, Sean Payton is no slouch himself. So, oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, there's only a couple of them out there, man. What's so cool is to see those guys kind of put their pride to the side and really adopt the college game. Especially seeing that offense, just seeing how it keeps innovating, man, it's crazy. You can tell he has fun.
But Marques, that's really the makings of a great coach is not just sticking to their system. It's taking your players, what do they do best?
Yep.
And like you say, these guys are coming out of these college offenses, so it only makes sense to keep them implemented in a system that they know, they're comfortable with. Therefore, I think that's why you see these young guys in year 2, year 3, having success, where usually it takes 4 or 5 years for these guys to be successful.
The GM's not waiting, man. You don't got to win.
They can't wait. They'll get fired.
They win now.
All right, so we got a 7-0 game here, and the Chiefs are driving. And it's a big play. Second down and 15. Although Dante, I'm sure if it's 3rd and 15, they'll probably convert it because that's So yeah, I wanted to ask Marques about Alvin Kamara, and how similar was he to Reggie Bush? I guess
he's got a lot of similarities. I think the one difference is he's actually he's got a lot of power built into his frame. He's got a combination that I haven't really quite seen since Marshall Faulk. Where he can run it between the tackles. He enjoys running it between the tackles. He's going to run it outside. If he gets the corner, he's gone. And then just seeing what he's done out the backfield. I mean, that's probably the closest comp that I have in my head is Marshall Faulk.
Yeah, I told you they were going to convert the 3rd and 15. Dante, you got to be. What about Priest Holmes? Forget about Marshall Faulk. What about your boy Priest Holmes?
I think Dante's muted.
I think you're on mute.
Okay.
I like the Marshall Faulk comp.
I love me some Priest Holmes, but I love me some Marshall Faulk too. I can't even lie. He was probably I don't think Marshall Faulk is the best running back ever, but he's probably one of my favorites. He's one of my favorites. So
if he played if he came out of San Diego State now, he'd be ridiculous. And although I guess you don't have that many featured backs as you did back in the day, but his ability in the passing game was just stupid. I mean, that guy was insane before his time.
Amazing. Yeah, actually, since you guys both wide receivers here, you had Randy Moss saying he was the best wide receiver ever. And then you had Jerry Rice putting up their career stats and saying, you just got mossed. So, Marques, I'll give you the first word. Who's the best wide receiver ever?
It's hard to argue Jerry. I mean, those numbers are just ridiculous. But I will say Randy's probably the most talented I've ever seen. But no, it's hard to argue 22,000, man.
Yeah, yeah, that's hard. Dante, best wide receiver ever?
I mean, it's not like, are we kidding? Like, it's Jerry Rice. Like, come on, man. I love Randy Moss, but I was like, what are you drinking, dude? Like, and then for him to say, okay, if you're not going to go Jerry Rice as the best, you can't then put yourself as the best. Like, you can't do that. Like, I don't know. But for me, it's Jerry Rice hands down.
Okay, let me ask you this. So Randy Moss was saying this on Terrell Owens' show. And then Randy said that Terrell Owens was the second best wide receiver of all time. Do you think that if he'd been saying it on like somebody else's podcast, he'd like, I mean, like, I'm the best and Jerry's number two? Like, what do you do? Look, what are you blowing smoke up T.O.'s rear
exactly.
with, like, T.O.'s number two? Like, come on.
That's exactly what was going on. You know, he was, what do they call it? It's a word, pandering. What's that
pandering?
Word?
Yeah.
He was pandering totally to T.O. Come on, man.
All right, so the wide receiver take that everybody kills me for is that I think that Calvin Johnson is the second best wide receiver in NFL history. Marques, what do you think about that claim? Am I crazy?
You're not crazy. You're not crazy. I've seen.
You can insult him. It's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. Everybody insults.
No joke.
What'd you say? I'm sorry about that.
Like gunner jam, like put two people jam Calvin Johnson in the red zone. I had never seen any other receiver, any other player get that kind of treatment. You're not crazy.
He was the whole offense, and it was like he owned this era of football. It was the Calvin for fantasy. He was like the number one pick a lot of years, and he was just he was incredible.
I mean, he almost won for 2,000 on the offense where he's probably the only like legitimate weapon. Like that's hard to do.
Who's the best? This is one to Marques. Who's the best?
Wait.
Disgusted by your idea.
I'm disgusted that Marques co-signed that. Like, are you kidding? Marques, you co-signed that? Calvin Johnson, the second greatest?
I didn't say he was right. I said he's not crazy.
Yeah, he didn't say I was right. He didn't say I was right.
I said you're not a moron, but I said he's not a moron.
All right, go ahead, guys. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was going to ask Marques who the best punt returner in NFL history is.
I mean,
he's gonna say Darren Sproles.
That's a trick question.
Put him in a tough spot.
No, I'm visualizing the one you had against the Broncos, man. That was that run you put together, man. That was crazy. I still haven't seen anything like that.
I appreciate it, man. But I'm gonna be honest. Devin Hester is like the Jerry Rice of returners. It's without question. I did my thing. I was a bad boy. But nobody is touching Hester, man. Nobody.
Dante, I would say that you're the Randy Moss, but that would be an insult because you are the Calvin Johnson of punt returners. You're number two, man.
And the worst Hester moment for me, we were the only time that NC State ever had college game day come to Raleigh. We're playing Miami. And we're like, frothing at the mouth, like for this game, like, all right, let's go. And just opening kick, Hester to the house. It's just, you knew you were dead in the water there. It's like, all right, everybody go home. This is over.
And see, that's the thing about Hester. He had been doing it since those days. I didn't really become a solid returner until the NFL. I was okay in college, but I dotted the I. That was more my thing. Hester had been doing it since his days in college, man. Like, he is the GOAT, no question. Now, I ain't gonna lie, he pissed me off. He pissed me off when I saw him on this one show saying that it was an insult that my name was even mentioned with his. Really? That pissed me off. But I'm gonna still salute him. He's still the GOAT, but he got me all the way messed up if he think it's an insult for me to be mentioned with him. But anyway, I just needed to vent, get that out of the way. Go ahead, guys. Sorry, carry on.
I like that. That's good, man. I'd be pissed off too. He's wrong. He is absolutely wrong about that. But that was, I'm glad. That's cool. All right. So Devin Hester, we settled on that. Let's see. All right. Let's see what the Saints got here. They're down 14-0. Kelsey with the touchdown there. Will, was that a touchdown pass? What
yes.
The hell did they do
anytime it's a red zone near, anytime you see Patrick Mahomes flick the ball in the red zone at the goal line, it's almost always a touchdown pass. And that did in fact count. He has 2 on the day now.
Did you ever, Marques, have a catch of that little shovel nature. I can't stand those. They're so cheap. They should be runs. They're freaking runs.
No, I can't say I had one of those, man. That's it's noisy in there, man. That feels like the running back days.
Yeah, exactly. And noisy in there. Like, give us your favorite Superdome memory.
I would say the NFC Championship, hitting that field goal in overtime, just so they changed the damn overtime rules. But no, that 06 game, the reopening the dome, just seeing Steve Gleason block that punt, like that was energy that it just went through your body. And for me, that was literally my first ever home game in the Superdome.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
And it's funny you're saying that, Marques, because as I'm walking into the stadium today, that was the first thing I thought of, how electric the stadium was when Gleason blocked that punt.
Crazy.
And I was like, we're not going to get that same electricity today. Not with 3,000 fans. We're not getting that.
But I'm different with 3,000.
Yeah, a little different.
What's it like there right now, Dante?
It's dead, man. You know, like he said, like I've literally thought of that moment. I've actually played in this stadium against the Saints. I know they're top 4, top 5 amongst all sports league as far as fan base. So I know what they can bring. And to be here in this element, it's dead. 3,000, especially because my team is kicking their butt. So it's even more dead. So yeah, man, it's just not the same. It's just not the same at all. Not even close.
The best thing about the Superdome, I mean, obviously I haven't spent a ton of time down there, but like when we were there for the 49ers and Ravens Super Bowl, I remember the morning of, we all met up because it was like a CBS Super Bowl. We all met up and walked down the street all the way to the Superdome. And that city, man, is just
and when you walk, you can pick up a drink on the way.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, I'm telling you what I know, not what I think.
But like there's just this energy. You're just soaking up the whole way down there. It's crazy. There's nothing like New Orleans.
Party, man. It's just a party atmosphere.
Yeah.
It really is, man.
But it's good. That home field advantage is going to be different though because of it this year though. It's going to be a lot different.
So would you guys say too that like now, because home field advantage has been shown this year, like home field advantage doesn't really matter in terms of like the crowd and all that. So it's almost like for a team like Green Bay or a team like Kansas City, where your home field advantage becomes the elements. I mean, that feels like it might be even a bigger deal than it has been in the years past.
But the thing with that is when you talk about the elements, when you have a game that's in the elements, but it's a home game and you have the energy of the crowd behind you, it almost eliminates the elements for you. But now without that energy, where are you going to get that energy from? Where are you going to get that advantage from? You both are going to feel the elements because you're not going to have that team rooting for you.
Yeah, I would agree. Like the common misconception is nobody really enjoys playing in that damn cold.
Nobody.
Them guys in Green Bay, they do not enjoy.
Yeah, they don't want to play there either. Right.
Nobody.
That's pretty interesting.
But no, just being able to practice in it, just being able to get used to, get accustomed to the elements, man. It makes a difference for sure.
Well, like when y'all were at your peak offensive powers in New Orleans, were there? And I don't know if this is necessarily true. There was always like, oh, like Brees and Saints can't win on the roads. I can't go outdoors. It was like, I mean, were y'all like? Did y'all feel that it was important to be able to get that home field advantage in the dome because was it the elements or was it like the insane crowd in New Orleans? I mean, was any of that true when people would sort of bandy that about?
No, I'm from Pennsylvania. I grew up in the cold and the snow. Drew played at Purdue in Indiana in the cold and the snow. Like you don't forget how to play football because of the elements. Like so that part of it was nonsense. But I mean, playing in that dome, it gives you an advantage.
Sure.
There's no doubt about it. So it doesn't make you a worse football player, but having that crowd at your back, that's what you want. You don't fear going on the road, but you want to play at home.
What about just the turf? I mean, just the surface. Was that a big deal at all? Because Brees definitely has been better at home. And we know from a fantasy perspective, he puts up much bigger numbers in his home games typically than his road games. I mean, is it an indoor thing? Is it a track thing? Or is it nothing?
I mean, I think it's a game to game thing, right? I mean, obviously if you're playing in the snow, I mean, it's going to be a lot harder to throw the ball, air it out 50 times. So I think it's just a game to game thing. I would argue that every quarterback splits are probably very similar. I don't think it's just isolated to Drew. But it is, again, when you're playing indoors and you're playing on that fast track, I mean, it's conducive to putting up a little more points.
Yeah. How about as a returner? What are you doing in the snow, Dante?
I hated those type of games. Rain, snow, and you brought up a good point. Even the track, because it's slick out there. Even if it looks pretty on TV, but when it's cold and it's 20 degrees, 10 degrees, obviously the ground is slightly frozen. So, like Marques said, you don't forget how to play football in the cold, but the elements affect things like the texture of the football. It becomes slick. The tracks of the field. So a guy like myself who needs ideal turf conditions, that's not good for me. But overall, being cold, when you're out there, and you could probably agree with this, Marques, when you're in the moment of the actual play, you're not thinking it's 10 degrees. You're thinking it's 10 degrees when you're standing on the sideline,
exactly,
waiting for your turn to go. But when you're playing, you're not thinking about it. So it becomes things like the football is slick and the ground is, a little slick. That's when the elements affect you.
There's no time to be like, oh man, my leg's cold. Like,
no. What's that play? What do I line up? What's the snap count? What's the defense? Like you're thinking 100 million things, not that it's 10 degrees.
Nah, spot on.
All right, so we are at a commercial break now. It's still 14-0. This is the home team watch party presented by Lowe's. I'm Adam Aizer with Will Brinson. We got Marques Colston. We got Dante Hall, and we're hanging out here. And the Chiefs are off to a good start. Are we seeing some rust here from Drew Brees, guys? Marques, I'll give you the first word. Is that what's going on? Because he's really struggling.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's probably a little rust. I mean, you're not playing in a few weeks, missing your top target. I think there's probably that combination. I mean, and again, you're playing an opportunistic defense, so you feeling that pressure that you got to put sevens on the board, and threes ain't gonna be good enough today.
Wait, he doesn't have a completion. What is it? I just realized he doesn't have a single completion.
First time in his career, he's 0 for 6.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
It's wild.
And the Chiefs have the best record in the league, right?
Yeah.
So you choose to come back after a month off against the best team. Our defense may not be the best, but
okay. So, but I have a theory on that too, and like, I think it applies to last year too. So, like last year, I think that Drew Brees saw Teddy Bridgewater go 5-0 and was like, "Nah, I'm coming back and I'm going to kick Arizona's ass." And like then it's like I don't care if it's before the bye and I get 2 extra weeks of rest. He's like, "This is my team. Teddy ain't taking this team." And now I feel like he looks at he's like, "We got it. Like we aren't good enough to win the Super Bowl with our like we got to make a statement at home against Kansas City." I feel like his motivation is like outside the realm of the medical concerns. Does that make sense, Marques?
It makes sense. I mean, I think just knowing Drew, I think he understands the point that you made earlier, Dante, is you got to be trending in the right direction going into the playoffs. So I think there's going to be a little bit of rust. So the quicker you can start knocking that rust off so that you can start trending in the right direction, I think that's probably what's driving it. Because everybody in the building knows when Drew's healthy, Drew's playing, period. There's no quarterback controversy.
Right.
So,
no, yeah, I don't think there's one with Taysom Hill, especially after the loss. But like, I think that like he wanted to. I mean, last year he came back earlier than he needed to, and it sort of felt a little bit like maybe he's like, no, this is my team. Let's not go 6-0, Teddy.
I got a theory for you. I think your theory is pretty accurate. I can buy it, but let me maybe try to give you one better. I think Drew Brees knows he's at the end of the road. This may be the only time he can compete against Patrick Mahomes. So he felt like I need to get out there and play. Like you may not have this opportunity again, more than likely.
Until the Super Bowl.
Wow. First time for the Saints since 2004, 0 first downs on their first 4 drives of the game.
Bench him, put him on the bench, coach. Get Taysom Hill back in there.
I think they need to get Kamara going in the pass game. And like clockwork, there we go. A little dump off.
Oh, look at you, Will.
I also bet the over 6.5 receptions for Alvin Kamara. So, I personally need them to get going with Alvin Kamara in the pass game. But like, to me, that's when you don't have Thomas, like, and you have a pretty good Chiefs defensive line. Get the ball out of his hands quick and get him in a rhythm, and then you can maybe start taking some shots down the field. Do you guys think, watching this Saints offense the last couple of years, has there been a movement, like a purposeful movement to get away from being as vertical by Sean Payton, or is it strictly personnel based?
I mean, I think.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, Drew really has never been like the big arm down the field quarterback. He's always been, the short to intermediate. His go route was really the seam ball for a long time. So I think that range has kind of slowly come down, and they're more focused on getting the ball out quick, and more the Kamaras of the world get the ball in their hands and let them chew up yardage. So I think it's become more of a ball control passing offense than a big play.
Okay.
And then also when you lose a guy like yourself, Marques, and Mike Thompson, he's been hurt more than he has in the past season or two.
Mm-hmm.
That's a combination you got to think about as well.
No doubt.
I think it's personnel for sure.
No doubt.
Well, that may have been a backwards.
That may have been a backwards pass.
That was really close. They could challenge that. Ruled incomplete, and now we got third down here for the Chiefs, the Saints. So they did pick up a first down. That's good. For those of you who are not watching the other games, Kyler Murray looks really good today, the best he's looked in a long time. And Jalen Hurts is 9 of 14 for 118 yards and 2 touchdowns. They're going back and forth in a high-scoring game there. The Jets are winning 13-3 at halftime.
Oh, Drew Brees going vertical on him. Oh,
there you go.
In your face, Mr. Brinson. They can't go vertical. Drew goes up top. That's a good sign.
All right, Emmanuel. So Emmanuel Sanders. I mean, Marcus. He's an important guy for them, is he not? I mean, he's giving them that element. They at least need the threat downfield, right?
Yeah, just his experience alone, man. But no, he's huge. He's huge because he can run every route.
But this over could be back on track in a heartbeat.
Yeah, let's go. By the way, Larry Fitzgerald just made a touchdown. Like, Kyler Murray is absolutely destroying it right now. You getting nervous there, Dante? You getting nervous?
Oh, about what?
It's Drew Brees about to. Oh, it's Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill.
Let the game go.
Oh, I thought he was in.
Oh, he's short. He's short, man.
Am I the only one who, when Taysom Hill takes off running, that I think it for like every single time for the first second, I think it's Drew Brees. I'm like, holy crap, he got fast. What happened? And then I'm like, oh, no, never mind. That's clearly Taysom Hill.
So, guys, I'm actually somewhere quiet in the stadium. I didn't want to violate any TV rights. I didn't want to know the background. So I'm vicariously living through you guys' play-by-play.
So you're ironically
this is what I'm looking at right now. That's my view right now. The men's bathroom. The things I do for Lowe's.
Man, that same game, that Super Bowl too, the blackout game. It didn't occur to me. I mean, were you all there at that game? I mean,
I wasn't there. There. Were you there, Marques?
I was not there. No.
Okay, I didn't know since New Orleans if you've been there, but like the lights went out. I was like, oh, this is crazy. And walk in there, and I was like, only later was it like, oh my God, I should have been petrified when the lights went out in a giant stadium. Like when those lights go down, you should freak out.
How dark was it?
Well, everybody had laptops, so it wasn't too bad.
Yeah. No such thing as a blackout these days, right?
That's how John Breach got his job, because we lost internet. So he had to run the live blog for us from the Super Bowl, and then he got a full-time job.
So John Breach cut the power.
He may have cut the power. It wouldn't be surprising.
Yeah. All right. Well, Dante, to catch you up, it's second down and goal from the 1 yard line. We got a timeout here, and Kyler Murray has 25 fantasy points in the first half, and the Jets have a 10-point lead. And what's the other game? There's a fourth game right now, isn't there? Well, I don't know. It's not important, but this game is still 14-0, and yeah, hopefully it's gonna be 14-7. Hopefully we get a ball game here. Patrick,
what's the time? What's the time? Second quarter. How many minutes are left?
10 minutes and 54 seconds.
Okay.
Settle in, everybody. It's gonna be a long day.
I kept looking up and thinking like, all right, there's like 5 minutes left in the second quarter. No. Why? So many. Even though there've been a bunch of punts, there've been all these incompletions.
Yeah.
So they're just not winging the ball around at all. Or they're throwing it. It's just the clock's just not running. By the way, the Jets.
Yeah, I know. The Jets.
I mean, what are you doing, Ace?
Trevor Lawrence game.
You screwed up Trevor Lawrence. You might lose him right here.
No, they'll find a way to lose. Come on, it's the Jets. Come on, guys.
So
I just bet the Rams live minus a half a point.
Oh,
that's a good bet.
It's a
good bet.
Are either of you guys big college football guys?
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I know you are this year.
You mean this year? No, every year, but definitely this year. Yeah. Who was your team, Marques?
I was a FSU guy growing up, Florida State.
Florida State.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's why you were slow to answer.
So who do you think should have made the playoffs? We can all agree Alabama and Clemson. Do you think Texas A&M should have been in?
Unbiasedly, yes. We have one loss, and it's against the number 1 seed. That's it. We've beat 2 or 3 consecutive. We basically have beaten everyone in the SEC, which we all know is the toughest league, and we lost to the number 1 team in the conference or in the nation.
And lost to Alabama?
That's it. On the road at Alabama, right? Yeah. It's not like we lost.
It's a good point. So it's a good point.
That's it. It's our only loss. And we ran the table through the rest of the SEC. And you have a team like Ohio State. What do they play? 5 games? 6 games?
Yeah.
Okay, so you want to take out Ohio State?
Yes.
I agree with that. I think
put them in a hat and pick one.
So I hate Notre Dame, and I hate that they rolled into the ACC, and they're like, "Oh, look at us, we're gonna win the ACC without ever playing." It's like, get out of here. You're pompous, you're annoying. Get out of here. But like they beat Clemson, and they're one. So like I think listen, I know.
Wait. Didn't they beat exactly? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like people are like pointing out that A&M's one big win was over Florida, right? And that's basically the same team as North Carolina, who Notre Dame beat. I mean, it's like 8-3 team, great offense, no defense whatsoever, Heisman caliber quarterback. So then they like got Clemson without Lawrence. I still think Clemson without Lawrence is a top 15 team. And so Notre Dame to me should be in, even as much as I dislike him. It's the Ohio State thing that drives me nuts. Like, I'm sorry, you played 6 games.
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, I think if the Clemson Notre Dame game yesterday was a little bit closer, it's probably not a conversation. But I think the fact that Clemson blew him out, with Trevor Lawrence, it makes it a little tougher.
It does.
I don't see a 6-win Big Ten team that's out there, beating the brakes off of Penn State. I don't see that being a playoff team.
And I feel like every year at this time we see the same teams in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's a little
every year. Man. Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I would love to see Cincinnati in there. I'm sure they'd get destroyed by Alabama or Clemson, but I'd like to see one of these teams at least get a shot.
But you never know. Alabama hasn't seen a team in the likes of Cincinnati, so you never know. Any given Saturday.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're getting this year with this.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, I mean, like Florida loses at home to LSU and moves down 1 spot in the rankings, something like that. I mean, that's just little SEC bias.
Well, that's like exactly like what happened with Carolina. They lost at home to FSU, or they lost on the road to FSU. And it's like if you want to be in the playoff, you can't lose those games. Like Florida, I think could have gotten in with the way they played against Alabama if they hadn't lost to FSU. LSU,
LSU,
yeah. All right, so we got a 14-7 game, Dante, and I'll tell you what, man, from a fantasy standpoint, I'm pretty pissed off because anytime Taysom Hill's in the game, it means Drew Brees isn't doing anything. So that was pretty disappointing, but he got that rushing touchdown. Like, I can't believe, Marques, that Drew Brees is, well, I guess I can believe it, but you think he's just totally cool with Taysom Hill coming in at the goal line all the time?
I mean, you can't break any more records. You own them all.
But you've got to build your lead because Mahomes is coming for you. It might be 10, 15 years down the line, but he's coming for you. You got to build it.
Padding it because he's playing 20.
Yeah. I mean, Mahomes ain't going to break those completion percentage records. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No,
7 out of 10 every single year.
Didn't he like, was it 3 years in a row he broke his own completion percentage record or something insane like that? I mean, what are we doing here? Like he went, here it is. Let's see. He went 72 for the record. It was 70 for the record, 72 for the record, and 74-4 for the record. I mean, that is absurd.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
That's also play design by Sean Payton.
Sure.
100%.
Yeah, I mean, obviously when you're throwing the ball shorter, you're going to complete a higher percentage, and he's a great mix. He's a great combo with Michael Thomas. Dante, what is going on with the Chiefs' run game? Do they need to start running the ball a little bit better? Is that a concern?
Not really, because we can dictate, like you run the ball to control the clock. You can still do that with the likes of a Mahomes in the passing game. I would like for us to have a better run game than what we have. I feel like O'Hare has definitely hit the rookie wall. Bell, I think he will pay dividends once the playoffs start, once the weather's a little colder, once we have to play meaningful playoff games at Arrowhead. I think Bell will play off then. So right now I'm not too concerned. But yeah, I would like it to be a little better.
Okay, well, there goes Le'Veon Bell running for a first down. That's basically.
I don't know, as soon as you said that, there was like we're jinxing this, reverse jinxing it. Like I said, the Saints don't throw deep and they take a bomb down the field. Aizer's like the Chiefs can't run; they're just gashing the Saints immediately.
Not gashing them; they're just running with a little bit of success. But they are going with Le'Veon Bell and not Clyde Edwards either.
Yeah, you can see it. Yeah, you can see it a little bit. I know Clyde Edwards has had a few injuries that have slowed him down.
Well, Bell's jumping off.
Yeah, Bell's a little dinged up. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
He's waiting on that Steelers matchup.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, man, I didn't even think about that. Although he burned us with we thought he'd get the Jets. We thought he'd get the Jets revenge game, and that
what
didn't.
Was that?
What happened? What happened, guys?
You cannot.
Mahomes, like,
it's all right. Mahomes, he's down. He's holding his. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh my God. It appeared as if he almost got sacked. He spun out of it, and he spun out of it again. And then he tried to throw it incomplete with his left hand, but it was kind of sort of a fumble. It's weird.
Yeah, that's got to be intentional grounding. He just threw the ball out of bounds to avoid a sack. Oh, yeah. Slipped out of his hands, and then he pushed it out of bounds. I think it's legit. Brinson, legit?
I think that should be a fumble.
Right, but no penalty.
No penalty. Yeah. I mean, the penalty is the loss of yards.
All right, so it's 2nd and 13. I'm sorry, Marques. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I got a delay. I'm behind you guys.
That happens like every week.
I do.
Even Dante's delayed, and he's in the stadium.
All right. Well, 3rd down and 2 coming up now. So we're looking at this game, and we're looking at possibly a Super Bowl preview. If there's an AFC team that's going to beat the Chiefs, Marques Colston, who's it going to be?
I like the way the Bills are trending right now. I like the way.
Yeah, they look great. It's a good Dante. Who's it going to be?
That's the first team I thought of too, Buffalo. Earlier, I think the last time we spoke, I like the Steelers, but I have to agree with Marques. I think Buffalo with that run game with Josh Allen, and you talk about an opportunistic defense. Wow, they have one. So right now, I put Buffalo at the top, and then Pittsburgh is a close second.
The correct answer is actually the Colts. But
no, come on.
The Colts are not getting enough respect.
They're getting too much from you.
No, I'm not mad at the Colts. I'm not mad at that answer, Will. I can see that.
You get mad at my Calvin Johnson take, but you don't get mad at
that take. Calvin
Johnson? The Colts are an AFC contender when they have 10 wins is a little different than Calvin Johnson is the 2nd greatest wide receiver in the history of football when Randy Moss exists. And
Will, let's not forget, Marques co-signed it.
No. I don't think he did.
Co-sign is a strong word.
Yeah. He's not agreeing with him. He's just saying.
I entertained it. I didn't co-sign it. Is it?
I do think that there's a case to be made that Randy Moss is the biggest physical freak in the history of football, and then Calvin Johnson's too. Calvin Johnson is ridiculous.
Well, actually, DK Metcalf is already number 1 at that position.
And AJ Brown's too.
I mean, I think Calvin Johnson was actually if you look at his per game averages, in his prime, I think he was probably he was
why? I'm not trying to
per game, but he just didn't, or per season, he just didn't do it as long as Randy Moss. I think we got Dante Hall in trouble. All right, so anyway,
I'm having a drink
Oh, I think you got in big trouble.
Yeah.
Don't let's get you in trouble either. Marques, if you got a pouch, you can feel free to roll.
Shoot out, man. But
no problem, man. Happy holidays. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for coming on.
You guys, man. It was a good time, man. Appreciate you having me.
That was fun, man. Really appreciate it. Thanks,
Great
dude.
All
right.
Marques Colston, Dante Hall, leaving under different circumstances.
That's right. Yeah.
But
Or
don't worry.
Like, he's like, all right, like I'll leave. Like I'm gonna be nice and polite. Dante's like getting yelled at. Like I'm having a drink. Leave me alone.
That was freaking awesome. He's gonna come back on. I gotta get that story from him. We gotta find out what just happened.
Oh, we also have to find out if about because now he's having he's a drink deep. I'm sure he'll tell us about the when they went for his birthday. We didn't ask him last time.
Yeah.
The things that like
I'm not asking him, man. I'm not asking him.
I'll ask him. I don't care. I mean, clearly I don't care.
You're not asking him that. No way.
What do you mean?
Dante, do you need bail money?
I'm back. I may.
All right, we're sorry we got you in trouble, man.
It's all good, man.
Did you get a refill? Did you get a refill? Yes, he did. Okay. All right. I have a question for you. I don't think I'll ask you this, but we've been arguing about this. We meant to ask you the last time you were on. So when you came on the first time, you said that you and your wife went for your birthday to Maine. Yeah. And you said we got we went out one night and we did what husband and wife do. Adam thinks you were talking about a couples massage.
Because you did get a couples massage. You mentioned that. You said we did. Will thinks it was perverted. I think you were talking about going for a couples massage.
How about this? You both are right.
I told you, Aizer. Aizer's
both are right.
Discussing a couples massage. I was like, no.
That he didn't. I'm saying.
Will is more right, but you're not wrong either, Adam.
Do you think this man isn't going to give us the unvarnished truth here?
It was the first time. Now that he's been on 3 times, I know more about him. We'll get the unvarnished truth. I didn't know.
Oh, my God. That's funny.
After you got off the last time, he was like, "Well, you didn't ask him." I was like, "Oh,
that's funny."
Mahomes just pounced. Do you want to go watch the game while you?
Yeah. Give me another 5 minutes?
Yeah,
cool?
Sure. That's cool.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, you're at the. Wait, how did you go into the game anyway?
Yeah, how are you at the game? What is going on here?
So Emmanuel Sanders hooked me up with tickets, and I came down to do some video work for the Chiefs yesterday. And then Emmanuel, I know Emmanuel, and he hooked me up with some seats. So I love going to the games live, man. It's just a different experience going live.
So I haven't been to a football. I mean, like I'll go to NFL games mostly in the postseason because of work. But like I go to NC State games every college football game, basically 6 or 7 a year. What's it like with the mask and the?
It's a headache, but it's the same everywhere you go, whether it's in a restaurant, airports, a game. They're strict about the mask and all that, so it's no different than everyday life everywhere else.
No, I was saying, like, does it feel like a normal football game in there, or is it? Do you get a different vibe?
Can I talk to you for a minute?
I'm doing a live interview for CBS right now.
Okay.
Damn right you are.
I mean, I don't understand what the big deal is. I'm sitting here, nobody's around. I'm doing an interview for CBS, and you guys are hounding me for what? I don't get it. But I'm in the middle of a live watch party.
Is this your family or security?
Listen, look, it's the police. Like, what am I doing? Look, guys, it's nobody around here, and they're harassing me. So right on point. How is it at a game? It's been great other than here at the Mercedes-Benz. I think it's because I got this. I got this Mahomes.
Yeah, I think so.
That's fine. Okay. That's fine. I ain't did nothing. What am I doing? Tell me what am I doing that's wrong? Tell me.
That's it. Listen, I understand.
You're serving drinks.
Sir,
ma'am, you're serving drinks.
You had an attitude with me.
Because he's been harassing me the whole time.
Dante, don't get in trouble, buddy.
Oh, this is such a shame, man. What a shame.
This is amazing. Wait.
I mean, it's just a shame. He's sitting there. He's having a drink. He's putting his mask down. They don't need.
Yeah, that's weird. It is weird. Wow, Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, dude, lighten it up.
12, 18, $177 for 3. Do you see that report that Carson Wentz wants out of Philadelphia?
Oh, I didn't see that.
If things stay the same, I mean, you can't leak that out on Sunday morning. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Who leaked it or who reported it?
Schefter. So I don't know exactly where it came from.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, if you're Carson Wentz, just taking a stride. I mean, you got bench. Are the Jets gonna freaking score again? Oh boy.
All right, Will. You're the Jets. You're winning 13-3.
I'm worried about
from inside the 1. You go for it, right?
You should go for it. Yes.
Yeah. I bet they kick.
I bet they kick too.
They're gonna kick. Loser. The thing is, I don't really have a play that I'm confident in if I'm the Jets. For me,
Frank Gore up the middle doesn't do it for you.
They just tried. It didn't work. I don't know how they score. I think maybe kicking the field goal is a smart thing to do. What are the ramifications here if Los Angeles loses from the playoff picture standpoint?
If the Rams lose,
yeah, they put a 9-5.
Do you think that people watching on Twitch right now care about us at all, or they just want to know what happened to Dante?
I don't care about you. I want to know what happened to Dante.
I don't care about you at all. Exactly.
Yeah, no.
Well, first of all, if the Rams lose and the Cardinals, the Rams losing would make them 9-5. So they'd be a game back of Seattle, and they would have Arizona on their rear ends.
Right. They're still firmly in the playoffs though, because the Bears are the 8th.
Yeah. If you get to 10 wins, you're probably in good shape.
I think it looks like 9's going to get you in this year. Even 8, because look at the teams that are in contention. The Bears are 7-7. The Vikings are 6-8. The Cardinals, we'll see what happens with them. They're 7-6. So I think 8 wins might get you. The Rams are going to make it to playoffs, but
you need 9 wins to get in.
This is a big step back in the division quest.
A huge step back.
Yeah, big time with the Seahawks winning. Hey, how about Washington? Like, good for them. I know they lost, but here we go, Jets. All right, I won't spoil it. I'll wait like 5 seconds. Timeout.
Are you just ahead of the timeout? What do you spoil the timeout?
No. Oh, maybe I'm not ahead. I'm usually ahead.
There goes Dante's gone.
All right.
That was a weird scene, man. Why are they it's not like he's like me or you doing this video hit. He's Dante Hall.
Yeah, they don't know that though.
I guess. I feel like if I saw Dante Hall, I'd know.
You would know. You're an NFL reporter. They don't know who Dante Hall is, and he's got a mask on. Adam's face during that exchange was a thing of beauty. At first I was like laughing. I thought it was like, oh, this is funny, and then I realized, okay, this is not funny at all. So
yeah, you were like giggling, then you're like, oh my god, am I gonna?
Yeah. This escalated rather quickly here. All right, Jets. Let's see. 4th and 1. What you gonna do? 4th and goal.
My antenna's going out again. Is it about to rain?
Touchdown, Frank Gore. They did run Frank Gore up the middle.
Disgusting.
How about that? Okay, Will, let's talk football here. Let's talk football. Who is going to win the NFC East?
I think Washington still will, but everybody's in play now.
Yeah.
The Giants are back in play. They can beat Cleveland tonight.
They have to beat Cleveland. I don't see how
Cleveland's good.
They're not going to beat Cleveland without Bradbury and without their star.
Bradbury's although I don't really think. I mean, Bradbury's a big problem, obviously, because he's a good player. But he's a great player. But I don't know that Bradbury necessarily matters for this particular matchup a ton.
I can see what you're saying. They're not going to throw on him. But they could now if they have to.
Well, but like even their best receiver is Landry, and he's probably going to spend most of the time in the slot. Like Bradbury probably wouldn't be following. He's probably just going to be on. He would have been on Higgins or Peoples-Jones.
But if you're interested, the Giants are also missing their starting slot corner today. So
yeah,
it's a bad time for some big injuries, and the Browns are playing really well. So the Giants have the Browns tonight, and then the Ravens next week. I just don't see how they could win the division. Where's Philadelphia in this? Dallas is a game and a half back of Washington? No, they're a game back. Sorry. The Eagles.
I got to go fix this.
Are a game and a half back.
1 second.
All right. I'll talk a little fantasy here. We look at the leaderboard. I can't believe what Jalen Hurts is doing. I wish I was watching more of this. He's been tremendous. 177 yards and 3 touchdowns, only 21 rushing yards. He's getting it done regardless. And looks like we're going to have a holding call here on the Saints. But Hurts has been great. Kyler Murray has been great. And if we take a look at the leaderboard, still Tannehill and Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson and Matt Ryan. ahead of everybody. Herbert, Kyler Murray is now QB6, tied with Tom Brady. And Jalen Hurts is also tied at QB6. They both have 27 fantasy points in a half, basically. That's exactly a half. That's wild.
And conveniently, time to get a beer.
There you go.
Little tropical lightning from Wilmington Brewing Company.
Look, sounds great. Nothing says tropical like Wilmington.
Like what?
Wilmington. It's not tropical, is it?
Yeah, it's the beach.
It's not really tropical. I don't know.
There's a palm tree island there.
I've never been there. So
it's a fake palm tree, but yeah. I mean, Wilmington in December, probably not tropical. No, but I mean, like it's a North Carolina beach. I cannot believe the Rams have scored 3 points against the Jets. Like you can't take the.
They're not.
I wanted to take the Rams seriously. You just can't take.
No, they're good. They're not great. They're not great for sure. I mean, you can't lay an egg like this.
I also think that the Jets' strength is their defensive line, right?
Yeah,
maybe, and then like Mekhi Becton. I don't know that you can. Like, I think that the Rams. The other thing about the playoff picture too, the Rams would be the Washington football team is a bad matchup for the Rams.
No, the Rams would beat the crap out of Washington.
Why?
Washington is going to get absolutely smoked in their playoff game. They are bad. They are a bad team.
What?
They are playing well right now.
Dude, their defensive line is so good.
It doesn't matter. The rest of their team stinks. Like, they are bad. They have
Alex Smith back. I'll bet that Washington. I need to see the opponent first. I mean, they hung with Seattle today.
There is not one. I know they did, and they beat the Steelers, and they're playing really well. And good job.
They would beat the Buccaneers.
The Buccaneers would crush them.
Nope.
Crush them.
Nope.
They are going to lose by at least 10 points in the playoffs at home.
Factually inaccurate.
They suck. Every team sucks in the NFC East. Like, they're not good. They lost to the Giants twice, Will.
Again, Daniel Jones, that's the only team he can beat. He's a Washington killer.
Yeah, they're going to get killed. Who is going to win the AFC South?
The Colts.
You love the Colts, but why not the Titans?
I'm wish casting that the Colts win.
Okay, the Titans have the Titans are at Green Bay and then at Houston.
Indy's at Pittsburgh.
Oh, that's not good. And at Pittsburgh and Jacksonville. So they both have pretty winnable games in week 17, but Colts much more winnable game against Jacksonville. And
who do the Titans have? Wait. Oh, the Titans have the Texans. So if they both win in week 17, it all comes down to the week 16 game.
Who's got the tiebreaker? Because they split, right?
Yeah. If they're tied, Tennessee gets it.
Okay. Well, here if the playoffs started today, here's what it would look like.
It's a division games. Tennessee has a better division record because the Colts lost to the Jaguars in week 1.
All right, well, here's what the playoffs would look like if they started right now. Kansas City would have a bye. The Steelers would play the Dolphins. The Bills would play the Browns. And the Titans and the Colts would play in in Tennessee. They're the 4 and the 5.
Yeah.
Could the Dolphins go on the road and beat Pittsburgh?
Yes. I think it's unlikely.
Yeah. All right, so which team has the better chance of an upset in round 1? Cleveland at Buffalo or the Dolphins at Pittsburgh?
Cleveland at Buffalo or the Dolphins at Pittsburgh? I will actually say that the answer is the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, I think
the one way you can beat Buffalo is by running the football on them.
Yeah.
They would really need Denzel Ward to be healthy and to go, because he was playing really well before he got hurt. If he's healthy and could maybe limit Stephon Diggs to a degree, I think they could pull it off. And maybe you get to Buffalo, it's like 21-mile-an-hour winds, crazy weather in the playoffs, and you can just pound the ball. I think that's a possibility. But I just don't know how Tua holds up against that pass rush for the Steelers.
Well, I don't think he's going to, actually, because I feel pretty confident that the Ravens are going to get that spot.
Yeah, the Ravens were like 18-1 to win the Super Bowl coming into this game.
Yeah, they're probably gonna make the playoffs. They have the Giants and the Bengals in their next 2 games, and the Dolphins have the Raiders and the Bills. I suppose it's possible that the Bills are not playing for anything
The
in
Bills,
week 17.
yeah, the Bills and so the theory, I think, or my theory, is that the Bills and Steelers will probably rest players in week 17.
Well,
Because who cares if you have the second or third seed? You just don't want to. And we talked about this on our podcast over the weekend, but like you just don't want to be the fourth seed, because if you're the fourth seed, then you're on KC's side of the bracket. So you want to, if the Bills and the Steelers are locked into the 2 and 3 seeds, I don't think they'll care whether or not they're the 2 seed or the 3 seed, because.
Well, but you're on KC's side of the bracket, but they reseed. So all you need is one upset, and all of a sudden you're on Pittsburgh's side of the bracket, right? Like
Well,
if the Browns beat the Bills as the 6th seed, well, okay, no, if the Ravens beat the 2 seed, they're playing the Chiefs.
yeah, but if you're the 2 seed, that means you just got beat. So like it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I guess you're right. So
what I'm saying, like you want to be the 2 or 3 seed to try to avoid Kansas City.
Right. Okay. Yeah,
I know what you're saying. Like it, and I agree. You can't coach and play in week 16 and week 17 based on trying to find the best matchup and trying to get the best opponent in the playoffs. Like that's a bad idea. You need to get your team right and just deal with whoever you get in the playoffs. But I do think the idea that you don't have to see Kansas City until the AFC Championship game, and therefore you get an opportunity to have them knocked out by somebody else before the AFC Championship game, is what you want in a playoff matchup.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Here come Los Rams.
Yeah, Robert Woods with the touchdown. I got to stop blocking my microphone. Robert Woods with the touchdown. All right, listen, everybody. This is the Home Team Watch Party presented by Lowe's. If you have any questions, go for it. Fire away. Will and I are going to answer them. And we'll have Nando DeFino joining us in a half an hour to finish the watch party. It's not even halftime yet.
No.
What this game is
There's some more
endless.
points in this game.
Yeah, geez, 14-7. All right, so like if they score a touchdown before the end of the half, that means we're on pace to hit the over. That would be good.
Yeah.
But the Saints look horrible offensively. And
Yeah, they don't look good.
I recommended Drew Brees to a lot of people today, and I am very sorry to a lot of people.
Do that.
I thought he was going to have a great game. I really did. I mean, I thought this was going to be a shootout. He's played really well without Michael Thomas. The Chiefs have given up 27 or more fantasy points to 3 of the last 4 quarterbacks they faced.
I kind of like the under until you are twisting my arm towards it. I mean, Drew Brees has more healthy or less healthy ribs than completions right now.
Fewer healthy ribs.
He's
Barnaby
12.
Barnaby Wigglestone says, who's going to be in the Final Four? That's what I want to know. Let's go conference championship games here.
Saints, Packers, Chiefs, Bills. No, Chiefs, Colts.
Chiefs, Colts.
I guess it would be Colts, Bills. I'll say that the Colts upset the Chiefs.
Tyreek Hill is just like tap dancing out there.
Oh, yes.
It's pretty good.
So I need the Saints to cover, but I'm willing to take the touchdown here to get the over back on track.
Will, what are your Christmas plans?
Well, I'll be traveling around the state, going to see various family members again, just like Thanksgiving, Adam. I don't want to see your discerning, judging face. No, we're going to go to, actually my wife is getting a COVID test tomorrow. So we can go to my brother-in-law's on Tuesday. Everybody's coming has to get a test.
Good for them.
And then Christmas Eve, we were going to go to my in-laws, and Christmas Day, we'll go to my parents.
Okay. All right. Well, wear a mask.
I probably will not wear a mask at my parents.
Yeah, I assume you won't.
Would you?
Well, I have no plans.
I'm very much pro-mask, but I'm not going to wear a mask at my parents' house.
I understand. Yeah. I'm going to get a ham from Whole Foods, and we're just gonna hang at the house.
Hashtag rich.
Rich? What do you mean?
A Whole Foods ham.
It's like $35.
$35.
Is that a lot for a ham?
I mean, who's
never
eating
in
a
my
ham?
life bought a ham. We're gonna eat it for like 5 days.
Let's see. Do you have a honey baked ham near you?
No, they're closed.
Oh, too bad.
Yeah, we get all our groceries from.
You've never bought a ham before?
I've never bought a big ham. No, I bought cold cut hams. It's like $35 a pound for a cold cut ham, right?
It's not really the same thing.
No, it's not. But
As Jamie points out, we need this over to hit if you're paying for that ham, rich boy.
I want to tell you the team I faced in the IDP league. Okay, so I am losing 278.5 to 127 right now. He had Josh.
This YOLO?
No, this is IDP. Oh. Josh Allen, David Montgomery, Josh Jacobs, Mike Evans, Stephon Diggs, Corey Davis, Darren Waller, and at flex, David Johnson, who just happened to have 11 catches for 106 yards in a PPR league. He had Devin White, who had 24 freaking PPR points. 3 sacks today for Devin White. He had Miles Jack. He had Kevin Byard, who had an interception and 6 tackles. And I've never seen, this is like this is the highest score I think I've ever seen in this league. 200, that's probably not true, but he could hit 300 points. That sucks. I screw you, fantasy football. That's so unfair.
I had an awful fantasy year. My last remaining team's about to die.
Yeah, I hear that.
It's the office league. I went 10-4. I'm up against Cardinals quarterback. So Kyler's lighting me up. I'm down 14. He has the Kyler, Christian Kirk, and Dallas Goedert going. I have Kelsey and then the Browns defense tonight. I'm dead, right?
How much are you down?
14 right now.
Kelsey's going to have a big second half. Browns DSC is going to score 15, so that's going to put you up like 18. And what does he have?
Kyler, Christian Kirk, and Dallas Goedert.
No, I think it's going to be a nail biter. All right, let's look at this game here. 1st and 10. Chiefs are driving. I want them to score. I don't want any more of this Taysom Hill crap. I want Drew Brees in there. I want him airing it out for the entire second half.
Well, you're going to get that if we get any points from the Chiefs here.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Let's go. Let's get in there, Chiefs. Nice sack by the Saints. Big play. And, yeah, all right. We'll break in the action. But it's only 14-7. It does feel like the Chiefs are dominating this game, though. But only 14-7 at the moment. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask away in the chat. Do we have any other divisions that we need to break down? But we know the Bills. We know who's going to win the AFC East,
The AFC East
North,
the AFC East is over. The Bills.
I mean, we think the Steelers are going to win the AFC North, right?
Yeah. The Steelers would have to lose to the Bengals on Monday night.
Right.
That's feels unlikely to happen.
NFC South will be the Saints. NFC East is up in the air. NFC North is going to be. Is the Packers win it?
Sure. That sounds about right.
Yeah, they must have. And then the NFC.
The Packers already clinched.
Yeah. NFC West is going to be probably the Seahawks at this point. Especially, well, we'll see if the Rams come back and win. Then it'll be up in the air. All right, here we go. 2nd and 12 for Patrick Mahomes. 1:34 left and 2 timeouts. Do they score field goal, touchdown, or no points here, Will?
Field goal.
Yeah. I agree. A little pressure, getting after him. Getting after him with a 4-man rush. They've been a little beat up on the offensive line, and I wonder why, if that's behind the struggles for Clyde Edwards-Helaire. They both guards from
Helaire. How much time's left in the Jets game?
About 4 minutes, I think, in the third.
Oh.
Yeah.
Should I take the Rams live again?
What is it now?
Rams -1.5.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're going to win. They'll probably win by like a touchdown.
Ooh, now it's -2.5. I think I'll take it. Oh, it's moving everywhere.
All right, do they convert 3rd and 12? They always convert 3rd and 12. They do not convert 3rd and 12. And Mecole Hardman just got laid out. All right, the Saints defense is really hanging in there. They're playing well. I want to know what the time of possession is in this game. It is quite lopsided. It's about 19 minutes for the Chiefs and 9 minutes and 40 seconds for the Saints.
They could have thrown a flag on that, by the way.
Yeah.
He didn't get it with a helmet. I just think they could. I mean, they didn't, but they could have thrown it for defenses. Yeah. I'm glad they didn't.
I'm so sick of these flags. I'm so sick of pass interference. And pass interference is the worst part of football. I went on a Twitter rant about it, so I'll spare everybody here. But I just can't stand it, Will. And you know what really bothers me is that when they reviewed pass interference last year, they just did a really bad job reviewing it. You know, how many times was like, oh, that's obviously not pass interference, and they wouldn't overturn it or something like that. And you could sit there and watch it at home and know what the right call was, and they were too chicken bleep to actually do anything about it.
Yeah, it's bad. I think the problem with the refs right now, I mean, the problem with the officiating is that they're more interested in making the referees look like they didn't screw up than they are with getting the call right. And that's just inherently problematic. You know,
if that's the case, that's really weak. You know, I don't want to.
They've said that. I mean, they basically come out and said that's how they feel. Like Al Riveron doesn't want his guys to look like idiots, so he prefers to stick with the call. Whoa!
Oh, it's on the line.
So stupid. What are you doing?
Will, when the dude on the Gators threw that shoe, were you thinking Austin Powers?
I'm thinking George W. Bush.
Yeah, I was all Austin Powers there. Like it was. Oh, all right. Saints got the ball back. That roughing.
Seems to be 4 passes to Kamara. Don't you agree?
How aggressive are you going to be here at your own?
I think you got to be pretty aggressive. Oh, there's one.
There you go. How many catches?
I mean, why have they not been doing this the whole game?
They've been trying. What are his targets? Kamara has 1 catch on 3 targets, now 2 catches on 4 targets. Murray has 2 targets. Brees has only thrown 12 passes. Brees has now thrown 13 passes, and 6 of them are to running backs. So they've been trying.
Fair.
Barely had the ball. Jalen Hurts back to work. I want to see some Jalen Hurts.
Well, this is just what they needed to do, is to like come out and to sort of get loose and let Drew Brees kind of wing it around.
Yeah. I guess so. It just has not been going well. Yeah, I guess he misses Michael Thomas. I mean, there's no question about that, but I thought he'd be doing so much better. Well, he's got to save my bacon here because I started Drew Brees and I need some points. I need some production. That's a terrible pass. What the hell was that? What was that, Drew Brees? Bench him. Get him out of there. Put in Taysom Hill, Will.
Oh, stop it. Jets converted a huge third down. Sam Darnold to Jamison Crowder for 16 yards. They are down to the LA 30.
Jeez.
So they're probably going to go up 23-10 would be my guess here, which means the Rams are going to have roughly a quarter to score 2 touchdowns.
When was the last time a 17-point favorite lost?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Could have been a flag.
Yeah, throw a flag. Come on, he's all over him. Throw a flag. This is hot garbage, man. The Chiefs came to play. Tua Tagovailoa tore this defense up last week.
I mean, I don't think he tore him up necessarily. I mean,
Chiefs
defense isn't bad.
I think they're playing pretty poorly lately. Bills Vikings a few years ago is Ben Schrager saying was a big upset. I don't remember any of the specifics.
Oh yeah, Bills Vikings. They were a 16-point favorite at home. It was actually on a Sunday in week 3, I believe, and then the following week on a Thursday, the Vikings were playing their. Ball is out.
Over. No, fall on the ball.
What do you mean no, Aizer? Get out of town.
It should have been a touchdown. It's a safety.
What?
Look at your face. It's a safety. It went out of the end zone.
I thought he gobbled it up.
Actually, I think it might have been a touchback. It's a touchback. I don't even think was it a fumble?
What are you talking about, a touchback? He fumbled it.
Did he fumble or did he just muff it?
Touchdown. What are you
talking
about?
I go like this. It's definitely not a.
Whoa.
It's a safety. Are
we sure about that?
It's a safety. It's a safety. All right.
Wait, he fumbled it.
He fumbled it. I didn't catch. I didn't see the whole play. I didn't see the whole play.
This is just a touchdown.
No, it's a safety.
I didn't see him lose the ball out of the back. I thought he got the ball.
And I didn't see the initial fumble. I didn't know if he muffed it or whatnot.
I thought he just had the ball. I can't believe he lost that. Oh, that's bad. That's actually good for us.
Bruh, that's good for us. No, it's not. We needed that touchdown. There's only 20 seconds left or something.
They're going to field goal. Let's get 5 points out of it. I mean, yeah, we wanted the touchdown. You said you were mad about the touchdown.
No, I was mad about the safety. I was hoping for a touchdown. Is that Anzalone? Oh man,
that's bad. I thought he had it. That's why I was screaming. I was like, "What are you mad about?" I don't know how he dropped it. Oh, there's 3 seconds left. Yeah, that's bad. That's
yeah, exactly. No, all right. Well, look, the Chiefs in their last 5 games gave up 31 points to the Panthers, 31 points to the Raiders, 24 to the Bucks, 16 to the Broncos, and 27 to the Dolphins. They have not been playing very good defense lately.
I'm sorry, hold on. Read those again.
Yeah. 31 to the Panthers, 31 to the Raiders, 24 to the Bucks, 16 points to the Broncos, and 27 to the Dolphins.
That's not that bad.
That's pretty bad. 27 or more points to the Panthers, Raiders, and Dolphins.
Didn't the Dolphins have some like funky ways they scored there?
They did turn Mahomes over 3 times, so that helped. I don't think they had any defensive touchdowns. I don't think they did.
All right. Field goal for the Jets, 23-10.
Get in the end zone, Jets.
Oh, I want the Rams to win.
I really want the Jets to lose the number 1 pick. Like, that would be so Jets.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I want the Jets to win. Well, I want the Rams to win for my money. I want the Jets to win.
So I'm not.
Oh, my goodness. Break it.
I'm not like a huge college football guy, unfortunately. I wish I had more time to watch college football, but Justin Fields was awful yesterday.
He's not good.
He had a thumb issue, so maybe that was it. Also,
he can't throw. He stinks against the blitz. Anzalone's just got to come with that ball.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Fields is not good against the blitz. I just don't. I'm not buying in.
Yeah, I mean,
I think I'm taking Zach Wilson at a BYU over him. Is that crazy?
You're asking the wrong guy. But if you said it, it's probably just a little bit crazy. All right.
Trey Lance out of North Dakota State.
Here's all right. We got some questions coming in here. Let's read some. When does the offseason FFT podcast schedule kick in? What is it? Well, we'll give you FFT and we'll give you pick 6. So FFT normal week this week. Normal week 17, except there probably won't be a mailbag show. And after that, it's 3 times a week. As soon as the coaches start getting fired on the Monday after the season ends, it's 3 times a week for the foreseeable future. And what about you? What about pick 6, Will?
Podcast is daily, year round.
Wow.
Every single day, there's a football podcast for you to listen to, the Pick 6 podcast. If you like FFT, but you really crave more substance, more humor, more football talk, Pick 6 podcast is for you.
I could get behind the more humor thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably funnier.
Although we play like Fantasy Jeopardy. Fantasy Jeopardy is a hoot.
No, you're better. You're a better host.
No, I didn't. That's not what I was.
No, you're a better traditional host. I wouldn't ever question that. We just have different hosting styles.
Yeah.
Mine's a little more laissez-faire. Yours is a little more thick packet of notes driven. That's not an insult. Like you prepare more than I do for your podcast.
I have to prepare. I'm not as naturally gifted as many.
Well, no, I just also think it's different. Like you're doing fantasy.
Yeah.
Like you can't come in, like you have to be more regimented when you're doing breakdowns of the different, like if you're doing, you have to be prepared to like keep it within a certain time.
Yeah. No, I do have to prep. I also have a very bad memory. I don't know if you're aware of this, but I can't remember anything. And so like these guests come on, you talk to them about things and like I lived through them all. I'm sure I reacted strongly to them and I can't remember them. Like the LeGarrette Blount free agency situation, completely forgot. I didn't even remember the pick 6 because I was doing my Colston research this morning. I did not even remember the pick 6 in the Saints Colts Super Bowl. It's one of the biggest plays in NFL history.
You don't like the game ceiling one.
Yeah.
You don't remember that?
Not a clue. Of course, I watched every second of that game.
So that was the first Super Bowl I ever went to in terms of media week, but then I did not have a ticket. I wasn't working for CBS then. I was at AOL, and I didn't have a press pass. So I flew out of there and ended up flying to my buddy Garrett's bachelor party, and we had been deciding: are we going to do the bachelor party in New Orleans, or are we going to do it and we ended up settling on Wilmington, North Carolina, and like if we'd booked it for New Orleans, we would have been in New Orleans, like with all our stuff secured when the Saints won the Super Bowl. And instead we're like in this freezing cold house in Wilmington. It's a dagger.
Bachelor parties are fun though.
Sure. But I mean, like it would have been incredible to be
in New Orleans. Yeah. That would have been cool.
Because it was like impossible to get down there. It was too expensive to get down there once the Saints made a deep run. but we booked, you know what I'm saying? Like we would have booked it and just accidentally ended up there.
Yeah, that would have been awesome.
Time. Yeah.
There's one, reminds me a little bit of this one thing. I'm getting a ham from Whole Foods, and I'm about to tell you a story about when I went to Europe. You're going to think I'm like Richie Rich or something, but now I went to Europe once and I went to Rome.
I don't really think getting a ham from Whole Foods makes
Okay, good. Because I didn't think so either.
I'm just messing with you.
I went to Europe and I was in Rome during the World Cup and Italy was playing. And I was like, this is going to be amazing. I'm going to go to like, some bar.
Were you single or were you dating?
I was with my family and like another family.
But you were thinking like, I'm going to be like surrounded by like young Italians celebrating this great soccer game.
And old Italians. I thought the whole country was going to be like completely, just so into it. And maybe I just went to the wrong place. I was like the only person watching the game. It was like during the day. I don't remember all the circumstances. I had to go to some restaurant to watch. Nobody cared. I was in Rome.
Really?
World Cup. Nobody. I'm sure they cared, but I went to a place where nobody cared. It was a huge letdown. Disappointing.
That is disappointing.
Yeah, but Rome was great. You've been to Europe?
I've not been to Europe.
Buying groceries from Whole Foods puts me in the 1% tier of grocery shopping.
Wait, buying groceries at Whole Foods makes you 1%?
Apparently.
I guess so. I mean, like, I don't think I seek out. I shop at Whole Foods. You get crushed every time. It's out of control, even when they do the Prime membership thing.
No, it's not. Not up here. I mean, it's actually cheaper than, it's basically the same as the other grocery store. I just do it because I get delivery and they have the most delivery times.
Robert
Woods
on the loose.
Yeah.
Wait, so where is your other grocery store?
It's like 10 minutes away. It's Stop and Shop. But like Whole Foods, I get a Whole Foods delivery every Friday night, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. when the kids are asleep. It's the only time I can do it. Stop and Shop doesn't deliver past like 7. So that's why I'm on Whole Foods.
So like, what is your, so Stop and Shop is the other one?
Yeah.
Like how much, let's say you go and buy, what are you buying? I mean, Whole Foods is just crazy expensive.
I don't agree. I think it's pretty reasonably priced, but maybe that's
what's your other option? Like Harris Teeter, it's way more expensive than Harris Teeter, or like a Lowe's.
I live in Westchester, New York. Everything's expensive here. It's crazy.
This went from like, you're insulted that I don't think buying a ham at Whole Foods is rich. So you're like flexing, like, I mean, everything's rich.
No, it's BS around here. It's ridiculous. It's like crippling. But no, Whole Foods is no more expensive than the other grocery stores around here, I suppose. I'll try to get a ham from CVS and see.
All right. So real quickly, let's take a side trip to college football.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Carolina getting the Orange Bowl?
Oh, much well deserved. That was the only way. I don't think they had an option. It was either going to be Notre Dame or Carolina. They beat the absolute piss out of Miami. So
yeah, they beat the crap out of you. It was awesome.
They absolutely.
Actually, it was awful. I was rooting for y'all.
Oh, okay. They deserved it. And they got like a top 10 recruiting class, and I'm sure they're cheating because that's what North Carolina does. Am I right, NC State, man?
That's what I'm saying. So here's my thing. NC State ended up in the Gator Bowl as a result of the trickle down effect, which is great. Like that's the
good one.
Yeah, I mean it's like, you get if no college football playoff, 1 is Orange Bowl and 2 is Gator Bowl, I think. So awesome. We end up in
I don't think so. Oh, I don't know. Is it?
No, what are y'all in? Citrus Bowl?
We're at the Cheez-It Bowl which was the Citrus Bowl, I think, in Orlando.
Maybe that's above the Gator Bowl now.
I think so, probably.
Okay, yeah, that makes more sense because y'all beat us. So it'd be all right. So 1 Orange Bowl, which is Carolina, like great.
Who they playing?
A&M might pants them, by the way.
Oh, they're playing A&M.
Yeah, they thought it was gonna be Florida. A&M's a better matchup if you're rooting against Carolina. So then y'all are in the Cheez-It Bowl. We're in the Gator Bowl. Do you know who we're playing in the Gator Bowl?
No.
Kentucky. Do you know what Kentucky's record was this year?
No.
4-6. Do you know what the spread is in this game?
Kentucky -4.
-3. What the F? How is Kentucky favored against us? They went 4-6. Their wins were over South Carolina, Vanderbilt, Tennessee, and somebody else that sucks. What is happening? Am I insane?
Dude, there's no respect for the ACC, and there shouldn't be any respect for the ACC. It's a garbage
Kentucky's 4
conference.
wins are over Mississippi State, who went 3-7, Tennessee, who went 3-7, South Carolina, who went 2-8, and Vanderbilt, who went 0-9.
Wow, that is pretty bad. All right, let's get a Twitch poll up here. What's the score? The score is 14-9, right? Let's just get a who wins. Who wins? I'm sure most people are going to pick the Chiefs. Who got the ball first? The Chiefs got the ball, right? So the Saints get the ball coming out of the half, down 1 possession. Got to get it going here. Let's get a who wins Twitch poll, and we're expecting the half to resume any minute here. And the Rams are driving down 23-10. I wish I could watch a little bit more of this Cardinals-Eagles game. I really want to see Jalen Hurts in action. I think he's going to start next week. Just a guess.
You're being sarcastic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's starting the rest of the season. And he starts. I hope they win the Super. I kind of hate Carson Wentz now.
You know who I hate? One of my least favorite figures in sports is Jimbo Fisher. I absolutely hate that man.
Jimbo, he thought wrestling.
Well, I read this article, this like expose basically on the Florida State program after he left. I think it was a Bleacher Report article. And it's like that coach, that win at all costs coach who doesn't keep track of his players, who's the assistant coach's job was to keep Jameis Winston eligible, keep all of their players eligible. They just let Jameis run the program, basically. And they had like FSU sources who were probably a little bit vindictive and were blaming Jimbo for everything.
Yeah.
But that's just what I hate about college sports.
Yeah, there's a lot to hate about college sports.
Yeah, college sports is like corrupt, you know. And
wow, what a bold statement that was.
Oh, it is.
Yes, of course it's corrupt. It's corrupt from the highest level to the lowest level.
Yeah, it is. You can't fairly judge players, coaches, because it's just so damn corrupt.
Oh man, Quentin Williams,
a tight end catches a touchdown against the Jets.
Quentin Williams going to this. Oh my God, is he about to throw up? Oh, he's throwing up on the sideline. Is he okay? If they lose Quentin Williams, the Rams will win this game. Right? What are they live? Let's get some Rams live.
Well, the Rams just scored. Tyler Higbee just caught a touchdown.
I know, I'm saying, but let's get some more Rams live. What do you think they are?
Now they're probably like -6. I don't know.
No, because they're down by 7. Right?
Yeah.
We're down by 6. Down by 6 with what? 14 minutes left?
Yeah. All right. So they're probably -2, 3.
Yeah.
I'm not really great at math these days.
Should we take a second half? I might take the Saints in the second half here.
Where do you think David Montgomery is going to get drafted next year?
Ooh, that's a good question. Second round? Right with Jonathan Taylor?
Such a trap.
Is it a trap?
I think so.
I don't think he's a great player.
Yeah, well, he's had the 3 easiest matchups in fantasy. And then the Vikings aren't nearly as bad, but they're still a really good matchup, but he just killed them. He's been a total league winner. It's been
Him and Jonathan Taylor, man.
Yep.
Guys who just haven't looked like great. Or Jonathan Taylor's looked like a good player. He just has made some mistakes and fumbled a bunch.
He's coming into it. Like he's starting to hit his stride. What do you think of Russell Wilson, by the way?
He's just pressured too much and asking him to do too much, and the offense doesn't have it's not in sync. I'm telling you, Washington's defense is not terrible, man.
No, they do have a good defense, but the rest of their team stinks. And I don't think their secondary is very good.
Give me a live line on this friggin' game here already. Ooh. Would we take the Eagles are +7.5?
They're losing by 6.
Yes, they are.
Yes. All right. Well, Nando's coming on soon. Nando told me that he had some Photoshop hijinks planned, but Walgreens said they couldn't complete his order. So he got a smaller version of it. Let's see what he said. I just got a note from Walgreens. They couldn't complete my order. It was a masterpiece. So he's got smaller versions of it. We'll see what he has. It's our finale here. So I think Nando's coming strong with some Aizer embarrassment tonight. This game is not going to end until 8 o'clock. Will
Okay.
maybe they'll just skip some commercials in the second half. Got to get to 60 minutes, you know.
Yeah, you do have to get. Do you feel shame and like disappointment and sadness when you hear the 60 minutes clock? That's how I feel.
Why? Because I'm not watching.
Sunday's over. Here comes Monday.
Oh.
No, I feel like you're a guy who's like in bed early on Sunday, ready for the week, attack.
I am never in bed early. I am a total night owl.
Are you?
Oh yeah.
What's your late Brees taking shots? What's your average depth of bedtime?
Midnight, I guess.
ABOT, their average.
I guess midnight, I'd say. But
Okay.
this week,
that's later than I would have expected for you.
this time of year, it's more like 1 because December is the busiest month for me. But
do you find that after you podcast?
I've been sleeping on the couch lately because I can't wake up if I'm in my bed. Like I can't get up early enough to work if I'm in my bed. I will oversleep.
Oh, all right. So hold on. Does your wife approve of this?
Oh, she's not happy.
Okay. So my wife hates. I love sleeping on the couch. Like last night, I had the fire going, and this is Saturday night, so it's not a big deal. But like, I got done podcasting at 1 a.m. and I wasn't ready to go to bed. You're sitting here yelling at your computer.
Oh, I know. It fires you up.
Yeah. So I wasn't ready to go to bed. So I go downstairs and I'm laying on the couch and I'm watching I put on like some Avengers movie just to watch and hang out. And 2:30, it's like 2:30 in the morning when I wake up and I got the fire turned off. I'm like, I could go back to bed on this couch so easily. It'd be so comfortable. And I'd be up at like 8 o'clock. I wouldn't sleep in. Robbie would come downstairs and fart on my head or something like that to wake me up. And I was like, and I'll be up early and ready to go. And I was like, she'll be mad if I sleep on the couch. It's like I'm not like passing out on the couch here.
Yeah, but you know what? There's a difference here. Okay, because sleeping on the couch is a lot better than sleeping alone in your bed, I think. There's like a novelty and like a fun throwback to sleeping on the couch. Sleeping alone in your bed is lonely. So we get to sleep on the couch. I'm like, yeah, it's great. I'm a guy.
That's a good couch.
Our wives have to sleep alone in bed, and that's kind of sad.
Well, but I mean, it also obviously feels disrespectful that you're like, yeah, I'd rather not sleep with you because I'm sleeping on the couch.
Yeah.
Just like I'll usually so George, our dog, has like crazy FOMO, so he won't go to bed until Kyler Murray, that's no good. Eagles interception.
Oh boy! All right, we got a game there.
So George won't go to bed until until the last person goes to bed. It's just crazy FOMO. So he'll come to my office or he'll sleep on the couch. But so like I don't want to I'll pick him up and take him to bed, and then that's terrible about your
terrible. And
then I'll just go and jump in the guest room bed with George and just pass out in there. Because it's like 1:30 or 2 in the morning. I don't want to wake everybody, I don't want to wake everybody up.
Yeah.
I also have a bed right up here in my office that I should just sleep
a lot of beds. I have one bed in the house. One bed.
Well, you live in Westchester. You spend all your money on ham.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
We don't have a guest room. We don't have anything. We just have one bed and a couch, a very uncomfortable couch.
Yeah.
All right. So the Chiefs are the Saints.
I got an acre of land down here.
Yeah. No, I have about 15 feet of land behind my house.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what was I going to say? All right, Chiefs or Saints, 1st and 20 from the 30-yard line. I didn't even see how they got down here. Here's Kamara.
There was a penalty on the Chiefs.
I saw that. Yeah.
And Drew Brees completed a deeper pass. I'm not sure.
Oh, good. Well, that should have been an interception. If the Saints come back and win this game, you remember that interception in the end zone.
Oh, here come the Rams. Had to get the ball back.
All right, down by 6.
This is your last chance to save Trevor Lawrence.
What do you do if you're the Rams? It's like you committed so much money to Jared Goff, and it just looks like he's.
You just thank your lucky stars that it's not Carson Wentz. Isn't it wild how those guys? Oh, beautiful, Drew Brees. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Go. Brees to the Saints.
Hey, Merry Christmas.
Santa DeFino shows up. What's up, buddy?
Hey, Will.
How you doing? Cheers, my friend.
Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Hello, Adam.
Hello, Nando.
What's happening?
Like, it's very strange, but the Saints just took the lead over the Chiefs. Like, the Chiefs seemingly have controlled this game. That safety was huge, obviously, but it's now 15-14. Nando, what do you think? Is it too early to go for two this early in the second half?
No, I mean, Sean Payton, remember what he did in the Super Bowl? Like, this guy just does weird, fun stuff.
I don't think he's in.
What?
I think
the ball broke the plane.
I don't think it did. I think he was out of bounds. Is in? I've been way off today.
Yeah.
Everything okay?
Adam's having
Everything all right?
2-point conversion. Everything's all right.
Having a day.
I noticed you got a nice shirt. You know, do the waffle shirt this time. That was really nice. You to get dressed
He
up.
literally stepped inside the pylon. Adam, what are you watching? What are you looking
The ball was out like this.
The pilot, the plane extends in perpetuity.
Yeah.
No, the ball was out of bounds short of the pylon. It doesn't matter where his legs are. It's where the ball is. But apparently it was okay.
Adam Aizer, rules expert.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Are they reviewing it or did they go for two?
No, they went for two. And they did not get it.
Who's the famous person coming on this hour?
So,
Nando. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you missed some fireworks, Nando.
Oh, really?
Marques Colston joined us first.
Marques Colston.
Marques Colston. Marques or Marcus?
Marcus.
Okay, so Mr. Colston joined us first. And he was hanging out for a while. And then Dante Hall showed up early.
All right.
And Dante, who's been here now, this is his third time, was actually at the Saints game in the stadium.
Nice.
Yeah. And he like pops out. And he shows us the game. And it's, you know, we're like, we're not, that might violate NFL broadcasting rights.
Oh, it's Twitch. Who cares, right?
Well, I mean, I was mostly joking with him. He sprints back. So he's like hanging out near this bathroom and he's drinking this Hurricane or something like that the whole time. And all of a sudden we think he's like talking to his wife or something. Cause he's like, hey, I'm over here. Just, leave it. I'm doing a broadcasting with CBS. And finally this sort of heated debate. And we're like, oh my God, is he like yelling with a family member? What's going on? He turns and shows us security has come for him. And they're mad that he's sitting there, like taking his mask down and taking sips of this drink when he should be, I don't know what he should be doing, but they're furious about it.
He had a mask on the whole time, but he occasionally would have a drink. And he seemed like he was completely isolated away from everyone. And they were harassing him. And
he's in a Mahomes jersey.
Yeah, he's
all right. In New Orleans.
In New Orleans. Yeah. So it was unfortunate. I hope everything turned out okay, but we
have no idea. Like he
text him and find out, Adam.
I don't have his number.
Oh.
He left. He's gone.
I hope he's okay.
He's in an argument with security, and they're like, "We're gonna have to escort you out." He's like, "What? You do it? Let's go. Come on! Like, you see this?" And he's like, "Sure." It's a very scene. The people in Twitch. How would the people who are watching in Twitch? How would you describe the situation for Nando since he just showed up? Those people in the chat.
Well, my guess is Adam started rattling off some stats that weren't about him. They were about like Dante Harris. And he's like, I got to get out of here as soon as possible. He just pay these guys $20 to pretend they're kicking me out of the stadium. So I don't damage my relationship with CBS.
That's a good point. He's like, he said anything for Lowe's at one point.
I'm going to Lowe's tomorrow.
All right.
Yeah.
Are you having some like Adam Aizer thing manufactured or something? You're picking up the equipment at Lowe's?
No, man. Let me tell you what, Adam. This is Walgreens let me down for the first time ever.
All right. What's the plan?
I had these beautiful things ready to go, and then
son-in-law.
There you go.
Oh, I love it. Aizer, who were you trying to ask about?
I don't know. That's just a random girl that I Googled online.
Random girl.
Is it a random girl?
Is it your wife?
And look who I put in the background, Adam.
No, it's too much. Stop it.
Is it too much?
Put that down. Put it down.
This is the other one I made for you.
Who is the girl?
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, you do.
I swear to God, I have no idea who that is.
All right.
You text me. I'm curious.
Really? Who's the one person? That's Katie Rotolo.
Oh, is
your
it?
ex-girlfriend.
Katie Rotolo. Give me a break.
You find a girlfriend from his past and put it up on this picture?
I don't know. This one's just a random person on Google, right, Adam?
No, you did not. No. You're like a scumbag, dude.
What do you mean?
Worst. You're one of my worst friends. You really are. Like, I wish that I could get married 10 more times just so I could not put you in the wedding.
Wow. Whoa, Adam.
Wow.
You know what I was doing was I was trying not to put your wife's picture on a Twitch stream. So I picked a random girl.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Who is the girl?
This is one of Adam's exes.
Nice. That's great. You put one of his exes on the Twitch stream?
Well, I don't know. He claims it didn't mean anything. So who knows?
It feels like something. My wife and dog have wandered up here. They find this whole enterprise to be extremely concerning.
Put him on the stream.
George, come here, buddy.
Are they watching?
No. My wife is getting stuff out of the fridge. And
No. How many times do you fall asleep on the couch and leave your wife to be alone in the bed?
0.
Yeah, that's right. You're a very, very devoted husband.
Why? What did I miss before?
Will and I do that too often.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Look at this dog's eyes.
Wow.
What is he looking at?
Yeah, a couple of things.
Never see that. It's amazing. That's a really cute dog.
Yeah, that's George right there.
He's probably used to a host wearing a suit and tie.
Oh,
Cam Akers scored, and fantasy managers needed that so bad. Oh, flag.
What happened?
Coming back. Cam Akers scored, but it's coming back. It's coming.
Dude.
All right, George, get lost, bud.
Adam, when you were getting a live stream of the game, was it faster or slower than yours still?
No, I was ahead of Dante Hall.
That's pretty awesome.
Dante, yeah.
That's ridiculous.
What was the flag on the Rams for?
I think it was a hold. Yeah.
Oh.
Akers got hurt earlier in this game too.
Yeah, he came back. I think
nobody needs this more than the Jets. Like, you're about to go from Trevor Lawrence to Justin Fields.
Nando, where are you? And is that a real?
Here come the Chiefs.
Oh, I'm in. Well, we're doing a fantasy show, so I'm in my parents' basement. That is a deer head. My father. We're not hunting. Like, my father bought it.
Get out of town. He did not buy a deer head.
Yeah. Oh, wouldn't you? If you go into an antique store, you're like, oh, there's a deer head for $95. I think I'll buy it. Seems pretty cool thing for my basement.
Wow. That's almost as expensive as the ham I'm going to buy for Christmas.
I'm surprised you only to impress your father-in-law?
I know, Aizer with this Whole Foods ham.
Pop.
Hashtag rich.
No, stop it. Stop it.
What?
Just stop.
Do you know who the third person in that photo is?
Well, yes, I'm aware of who it is.
Oh, all right.
Who is it?
Personal.
Is it his would-be future father-in-law?
No, it's Peter Pan. Aizer made my wife cry at the Peter Pan Diner in Florida on our last day in Florida.
Wow.
So I thought he should be included since there wasn't really a third person.
Why did he make her cry?
He said some terrible things about her.
What?
No, I'm just kidding. He revealed a secret conversation my boss had with him about my wife, and that was that.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Boss at CBS?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we'll tell you off air, Will. This is a game watch.
Let's talk about it right now. One of Nando's bosses said bad things about Nando's wife because Nando moved back to New York with his wife, and he blamed her for it. I think you could probably guess who the childish buffoon.
And I had protected her from it. And then at pancake breakfast, my last day there, Adam's like, "Hey, you know what I heard?"
Oh my god.
I didn't know she was gonna cry. I'm sorry.
Right, I'm sure every wife likes to hear that.
Yeah, well.
What is the boss person still at CBS?
No.
Okay. Does the person have what's your least favorite video game, Aizer?
But yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Good call.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, welcome to the Home Team Watch Party presented by Lowe's.
Yeah, Lowe's.
Goober's talking about it.
Nando, I hope you don't have any dinner plans because this game is the longest game of the season.
Yeah.
9 minutes left, and it's 6:40, so we'll be here for a little while.
Good.
Yeah.
It's our last one. We get to hang out a little longer, right?
It is our last one.
Well, I didn't put any bet. I'm in New York, so I didn't put any bets in on anything today.
Oh no. Aizer made me take the over in this game.
Dude, we're scoring at a pretty rapid pace here. We're gonna have 2 touchdown drives to start the half.
I read we do
Mahomes here, then we're in good shape.
We do this work with inside injuries.
Oh my
Oh.
goodness gracious!
Wow. Nana, are
Just-
you watching the football?
No,
game?
I'm like 10 minutes behind you. I'm watching it on AT&T TV, so it's already a delay.
That is ridiculous.
He's so good.
What, did you just like adjust a fleece behind you on your chair?
It's a
Me?
blanket. Yeah.
I was like, maybe.
Why?
You don't want to see what's under the blanket.
This is a professional live stream. You sit in a chair on a blanket.
What a pass! What a catch!
The chair is pretty messed up. Yeah, that's an amazing play. Amazing play.
You're the
How you
chief-
feel about the over right now?
Oh, I feel great. Wish I put more on it.
Oh, there's still
when
time, isn't there?
Actually, when the game started, I put some more on it, 49.5. I didn't put any for you though, Aizer.
Oh, all right. 49.5. Yeah.
I've got 3 units on for me and one for you.
All right, we're at 35. We're about to be at 36, and we need 54. All right, we can get that.
Yeah.
What's the live? Let's all put $10 in right now and Venmo it to Will and put 10 each in for charity on the over.
Okay.
All right, I'll do it.
Hold on. Let's wait for it to pop up. It's at Will Brinson on Venmo. Anybody?
Yeah, anyone else?
Will Brinson, one word. Anybody in the Twitch chat want to Venmo me? I will take your money. And it'd be funny too if everybody sends me like $10. We'll point out that nobody sent Aizer any money, and everybody
That's
sent
not true. One person sent me a penny.
me.
No, one viewer.
It's just Will Brinson.
The Eagles are taking the lead here.
Wow.
Jalen Hurts with a rushing touchdown. Jalen Hurts is going to be like QB1. This is insane.
Oh, dude, I love Jalen Hurts, man.
He's
That's
gonna
about
be
it.
QB1.
I didn't play any Hurts in DFS.
I think he's going to go early next year, like a little too early in drafts next year.
I don't know though, because like, how do you take him? How do you take him if you don't know what Carson Wentz is going to do? You know,
I can't see that. I mean, like, I can't see them giving him this run at the end of the year and him basically being Nick Foles and willing them into the playoffs and them not doing, like he's dynamic,
There's
run,
nowhere to
he
go.
can pass.
There's nowhere to go though. Like,
For Wentz?
yeah,
They might just eat it. They might just do a Le'Veon Bell, just eat it. And, I know it sucks, but what else are you going to do?
I mean, Jalen Hurts Wentz is out there like, I'm really happy for you. Can't believe this is happening again. Everything's fine. Nothing.
Isn't that
is wrong
crazy?
with my life.
Yeah,
I'm just
that's
gonna go.
bad.
They botched the extra point.
Oh, did they? Oh,
Yeah.
the Eagles did. Okay. Oh my gosh, that's bad.
All right, let's see what this live over is, guys. Ooh, 55.5 live. Oh, I got $10 from Nando.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Good. That's right. All right. So what are we? All right. We all taking this? What are we
What
doing? here?
charity are we giving this to?
Well, Aizer, you don't like charity stuff, so maybe let Will. Oh wait, let's do St. Jude for Jamie.
Okay.
Right? That's what the league is for.
Yeah, let's do St. Jude for.
All right. Well, sorry, Aizer seems to have a problem with St. Jude, so no.
Oh, well, let's do it. Look, I got my. I
Oh,
still
you
have
hate
my
St. Jude? What the
That
hell?
was a strange hesitation there.
okay, you said for Jamie. Like, what?
Yeah,
Is,
because Jamie does all the charity stuff for St. Jude.
everybody, CBS does the charity stuff for St.
All
Jude.
right. Well, Jamie's the one who sends me the emails to be in the league, so I associate it with him.
Okay, look, I have my St. Jude pin. I'm going to put it on.
All right. We just got 55 and
Oh,
a half.
are you sure you want to ruin that really good, expensive shirt with a pin?
Aizer, I can't trust you to pay me after the fact, so I'll need you to pay me now, please.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember my Venmo password. I owe you 20, right? Because I have the original.
I should have let you slide. I know how you are paying on time.
David, did you send Dave Richard the gift like you were supposed to for us?
No, but I told him I'm going to send
Oh,
it.
come on, man.
I told him what the deal was. I told him I'm going to send it in January. So
Oh, wow. We got 55 and a half. It already jumped up to 56 and a half. Interesting.
Oh, Aizer.
on.
Come on, man. At this point, might as well do the under.
I already got it in.
All
I
right,
can't
cool.
remember my damn Venmo password.
As soon as Nando sent it to me.
I think it's Nando.
Are the
Yeah.
Rams going to settle for a field goal? Are you kidding me, guys?
Nando 5UX. Is that right?
That's
Or
funny.
send it to me.
No,
No, he's making a joke about his password.
5UX. What? I don't get it.
That sucks. He's saying it sucks.
That's funny. That's funny.
Thank you.
You don't think the Jets are really going to win this game? Like, no one really thinks that's going to happen.
No.
You know what? I'm kind of
After
convinced
the game, no.
Oh, Nuke Hopkins in the loose. Oh, that looked like it hurt.
the Jags getting Trevor Lawrence is probably better for the NFL overall, isn't it?
No, I think him going to the number one media market would be better.
Why? There's no such thing anymore, Adam.
I
I
don't
don't think
know.
it matters that much. I don't think him going to the Jets or Jags is good for anybody, including Trevor Lawrence.
But that's just the way of it, the game, though. I mean, right? Like,
But like, who do you trust to not screw up Lawrence more, the Jets or the Jags? I don't know.
I think the Jags will be all right.
I'd rather him. If I were
Jags have screwed up. They've taken 2 quarters. I mean, they screwed up. Not like Bortles was good, but like, I don't know.
If I were his like buddy, I would want him to go to the Jaguars. The Jets are really awful.
Yeah.
Although I'm not really old enough to remember, but Ken O'Brien was pretty good, right?
You joking around? Are you messing around?
No, he was pretty good, right? Like he was.
I don't really remember much. Was Joe Namath good?
He was in that amazing quarterback class.
It was Chad Pennington's the last Jets guy. I remember them screwing up.
Well, Will should know. He's kind of a laughing stock, but I think he was pretty good.
I don't think Ken O'Brien is in my.
Well, my brother was a big Jets fan, so I remember all these things. But I think he was a pretty good quarterback. But
why did you associate Will with Ken O'Brien? That's a weird.
I don't think that's what I said.
Also, we can't see your pin.
No.
I mean, Ken O'Brien.
Where did you put it on your belly button? Like,
Ken
what a weird thing to do.
Ken O'Brien was drafted by the Jets when I was 2. So.
Ken O'Brien. Yeah, I mean, look at that. Second year, 96.2 passer rating. That led the NFL, I believe. If it's in bold on Pro Football Reference. Yeah, that was a good pick.
Tell you what, if you're the Jets or the Jags, would you possibly consider trading for Carson Wentz for like nothing if you aren't the one that gets Trevor Lawrence?
Ooh, that's a good question.
No,
Would you rather have Justin Fields or Carson Wentz?
I'd rather have Wentz.
I'd rather Fields.
I think I don't like Fields, and I'd rather gamble on Fields.
I'd take the Fields.
But I mean, consider like you get Carson Wentz and you get your number 1 or number 2 pick.
Is that like the Eagles are going to give you a first or? Oh, you're saying?
No, I'm saying you trade him for like a 7th round, like a supplemental pick, just nothing, just so they can get their money off the books.
I'm thinking you'd be like, listen, y'all are giving me a 3rd round pick.
That's the thing about NFL trades is they can't just get the money off the books. Like they're screwed either way. Right? If they trade him, they still owe like $40 million, I think.
It's
sure about that. Sure about that rules guy?
Yeah, but they have this dead money. I mean, that you can't just get rid of a contract like you can in basketball. It's just like
if you cut him, yeah, but you can't just trade him.
No, you don't. Because the signing bonuses.
Yeah, so the signing bonus is prorated over the length of the contract, but it accelerates all immediately if you trade him.
Yeah, so I think
their out is so like, all right, if they traded him, so this offseason, all right, the Rams are about to get the ball back with, I don't know why I'm telling you guys, Aizer's 10 minutes ahead.
Will, yeah, by the way, the Rams have already scored, Will.
Yeah, no, the Rams won by 17. Yeah. So the pre-June 1st trade by the Eagles would leave $33.8 million in dead cap space for Carson Wentz.
It's better than the alternative, right?
A post-June 1 trade would be only $9.3 million next year. And they would save $25 million in cap space, but they'd have $25 million in cap space, dead cap space, the next year. A post-June 1 release would be $50 million in dead cap space. A pre-June 1 release would be $60 million in dead cap space. Oh, the Rams. Oh, it's just, you can't, so
just trade him for anything on June 2nd, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I think you just have to eat it and keep him around.
Nano, can you help me with creating a new password? What do you
Really?
Everybody,
I never remember. This is like the 3rd time this month I've made a new Venmo password. I keep forgetting.
Just write it down, man.
Right.
Why don't you ask?
You're supposed to be hosting a show right now and you're stressing out about a password?
Well, it's a commercial. All right, here we go. Rams.
Not for the people watching on Twitch.
Rams have the ball.
It's
in Jets territory.
What do you mean? It's a full moon. That makes just as much sense.
Live overs down to 54.5.
We got Will talking about. We got Will
talking about the football game that we're supposed to be watching. You're like, I can't figure out my password.
I'm under pressure here. I'm trying to think of a new one.
Wait, you all you have to do is come up with a new password?
Yeah, and
how about Canes S? How about Canes 5 UCK exclamation point?
UX.
There you go.
How about PLZ S1T down?
Very good. Kyler Murray with a beautiful. Was that a fake punt? 4th and 2.
They faked it?
Yeah, they converted. Yeah, they faked the punt on 4th and 2.
Why was Kyler Murray on the field on a fake punt?
Not Kyler Murray.
He wasn't. Yeah, no, I just saw a pass and then I saw it was 4th and 2 and I was like, that probably was a fake punt.
All right.
Yeah, makes sense.
Gorgeous.
How about Tony Pollard? Did you already talk about him today?
Nah,
No,
we're
we
not talking
did.
about anything that happened.
A little bit.
All right. So, it's that kind of watch party. All right.
Not to you.
All right, Will.
Cheers, Nato. No, the guys came on so early.
Yeah. 4:30 to 5:45 was all guests.
Nice.
Nano, what stood out to you from a fantasy standpoint?
Obviously Tony Pollard.
Yeah.
You know what I think it is? I feel like it's a lot of people who've been knocked out of the playoffs are having like 150 and 106, like the consolation games. Like there are a lot of those consolation games are outscoring the actual finals because of all these players who were supposed to come through didn't. Everyone got knocked out, and now they're having these incredible games. It's kind of like
if you drafted Jonathan Taylor or David Montgomery.
Yeah, David
Montgomery.
Montgomery.
You probably didn't do that great this year, and now you're. Or I saw Montgomery with a couple in a couple playoff spots.
It's
David
like it's.
had him.
I don't know what the rule like is. The lesson you've learned, like, be patient. Well, because if you're patient with these guys, you get screwed.
Yeah.
But they'll be awesome for you at the end of the year.
It was a really interesting year for the rookie running backs. By the way, I reset my password. I didn't get it right, and now I have to reset it again because I don't know what I reset it to.
This is the most typical Adam Aizer thing ever.
Incredibly compelling.
Yeah. Thanks, Adam.
Yeah, I think the rookie running backs, eventually they are paying off. DeAndre Swift was great today. Akers, I know Akers had that touchdown called back. So,
yeah, but you know what? Everyone's going to crap on it. Like David Montgomery 2 years ago was like the answer to Jordan. Oh, Jordan Howard sucks. David Montgomery's so amazing. Wait until, and he finally gets a shot, and everyone was crapping on him all year.
Good. He's not that good. He's just.
Excuse me.
Well, everyone loves him now.
He was dreadful for 2/3 of the season.
He was getting tackled behind the line of scrimmage. He led the league in yards after contact and broken tackles.
They've just had good matchups. That's all it is.
I don't know. I feel like maybe like without a preseason, a lot of these teams are coming on late right now and gelling. Especially, I mean, the Bears don't count because they don't have new coaches or anything. But a lot of teams that made changes on the offensive line, a lot of teams with new coaches. Like look at the NFC East, what they're doing now at the end of the year. All of a sudden, it's a bunch of teams who might be 500. They could make the playoffs. And the three of those teams have new coaches. And one's got a new quarterback.
Yeah, but I guess so. It's just like, did these rookie running backs pay off, or did they get you eliminated because they weren't good enough all season long?
I think Jonathan Taylor had enough good weeks where you were okay there.
Probably. And I think that there were so many.
Edwards-Helaire, you couldn't have seen Le'Veon Bell getting signed by the Chiefs. That's ridiculous.
There were so many waiver wire running backs throughout the season that could have gotten you by.
James Robinson seemed to do all right.
James Robinson, like, amazing. He had a pretty bad game, except for his
what a play by that defensive back
touchdown catch.
Right, he got you the touchdown. That's all you need.
That was on fourth.
What are you talking about, Will?
The Jets, they went for it on fourth down.
Oh, the Jets got the ball back.
The Rams did. The Rams went for it on fourth down.
Does anyone think the Jets are going to win? They got the ball.
They're too
pull up.
Why would they not run like a crossing route to Robert Woods there? Like, why would you?
Because Sean McVay is a bad play call. That's a joke.
He's been better.
I'm sure he's great.
Well, I think this is going to end with Adam not sending you the $10 and using the excuse of forgetting his password.
$20.
No, I'm getting screwed here.
Yeah.
Well, if it goes over, then it's going to end with Adam not getting the.
This is really annoying.
Adam Aizer hates charity, man. It's a recurring theme.
I'm going to kill you.
Go ahead.
What's the deal with these Chris Spielman? Like, I guess he was an NFL on Fox analyst, so they got to pump him up. But come on, guys.
I made wallets of these for you.
All right. That's a cute girl, man.
It's Katie Rotolo, man. She's an actress.
Oh my God.
She
used to work.
Did you date her?
No, I didn't know.
No. She used to work at CBS, and we put her on a segment once, and everyone made fun of me because it was my idea, but I thought it was a really good segment.
She worked at CBS?
Yeah, she was in like the call center.
No way.
Yeah.
This is not a knock on her at all. This is a knock on Nando. It was the worst segment that we've ever done. Like,
it was a very good segment.
Good for him for trying. It was a horrible segment.
I don't think you understood it, so you couldn't sell it. George Sedano would have been able to sell it. Adam Aizer didn't understand it.
I'm sorry. Frank Gore with a big first down.
Oh, I should have put George Sedano in the background of this.
Get him on Twitch right now. Get George Sedano on. We'll have him on.
You want to see if he'll come on?
Only if you make fun of him because I took his job.
Oh, now you admit it.
No. All right, can we talk a little football here?
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes is driving.
He's ridiculous.
Yeah, he's just like not phased by any coverage. That is insane. And Tyreek Hill with the catch. Let's check on Tyreek Hill's stats today.
I'm in Herc's league
What do you
and
got?
I'm about to make the finals, but I need Patrick Mahomes to just kind of like cool it for a little while.
Yeah, well, he's got 3 touchdowns, but only 188 yards. I'm probably a little bit behind. Oh, I'm way behind. What is going on here?
Oh, and never mind. I'm 99% according to the CBS app.
I need
170.
some Sanders.
Look at that, Aizer. Yeah.
Nice work.
How far
Going to the finals with Mitchell Trubisky as my quarterback.
Yeah, Trubisky actually wasn't so bad. Like the interception he threw was crap. But again, all these rushing touchdowns for David Montgomery hurting Trubisky. Trubisky got down to the 1 at one point, and Montgomery finished the drive.
I mean, I don't think anyone expects Mitchell Trubisky to score there anyway, so it's okay.
Yeah, I
You mean
guess.
Mitsubishi Mitch.
Dude, I think this is a renaissance. This is his Ryan Tannehill moment without switching teams. This is when he comes into his own, becomes a man.
I think they'll give him a contract. I think that's definitely going to happen.
I mean, like, it seems like maybe he learned something watching from the sideline, whatever, but it
So
worked.
like if they win 9 games, Ryan Pace and Matt Nagy
Nagy?
are not getting fired.
I don't think so.
I mean, you can't fire him. You can't fire a coach and GM when they win 9 games.
Why though? We know they're not that good. You know, like
Are they not that good, or are they gelling at the right time?
I don't think they're good.
I don't think they're good, but I mean, like
I think they're
Matt-
good. I think they're a good team, actually.
If Matt Nagy goes 12-4, 8-8, and 9-7, you can't fire him. You cannot fire that guy.
I guess, but they're
I
not
mean-
on the right path. They're
They
not.
look. What do you mean? They look great today. They were running a lot of cool plays. They were hitting their third downs. They were doing all right.
As a franchise, they're stagnant. They're not real contenders. They're just
You have
stuck.
you have an electric young running back. You got an electric young quarterback.
I don't think
You've got an electric
anyone
young wide receiver.
have an electric young running back and quarterback. Like maybe one of the two. But
Your core is so. But look, my point, and I think
You got Cole Kmet.
Are we even in the 4th? We have this game is going to take
it's insane.
forever.
It's insane.
I mean, like usually at 7:00, we were wrapping this Twitch stream up,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and somehow we're not even close to the over either. So on the, but like, let's just. I mean, can we just agree that you're? Oh my God, Jets first down. These guys will not die. Can we just agree that they're not gonna? If they go 9-7, they won't fire the GM and the head coach because I think that's
Yeah, I agree.
Does 9-7 get him? That gets them in the playoffs, right? Most likely.
maybe it's a dogfight. It's possible, but I just don't think you're firing anybody after going. Like the only guy I can think of who got fired after 9-7 was maybe the 2 guys, Jim Caldwell and like Marty Schottenheimer. Right? I mean,
Who was that Eagles coach for like a couple of years who was good and then got fired out of nowhere?
Chip Kelly,
Chip Kelly.
No, before Chip Kelly.
Ray Rhodes.
Yeah, Ray Rhodes.
Was he?
Didn't Ray Rhodes get fired after a good season? Was it him?
You said Jim Caldwell, right?
Jim Caldwell went 9-7, and they fired him for Matt Patricia, who has since been fired.
Yeah.
It was a big mistake.
Yeah. So at any rate, my point being is that if they don't fire Ryan Pace and Mitchell Trubisky looks good down the stretch, I think that Ryan Pace is going to, as humans are wont to do, double down on his mistake and give Mitchell Trubisky a giant contract or franchise tag him and give him a contract. Like,
It's like, it's just like, how this is going to end. And you shouldn't get tricked by a few good games down the stretch. That's how I see it.
Ray Rhodes is 8-8 for the Packers in 99.
Yeah, but what about
look
Ken-
at Marty Schottenheimer. What was he when he got fired for North Turner?
Hold on.
Might have been 12-4.
This is my screen's gonna shake a little bit as I type it.
I'll be right back.
I'll do it. I got Pro Football Reference.
I'll be back, guys.
I got it up. Marty
Where are you
Schottenheimer.
going, Adam?
I'm going to refill.
Well, you kidding? You're the host.
This drunk.
Dude,
He's going
I'm
to-
talking so much for 3 straight hours.
Oh, no.
Oh, look, this is your 8th show. Yeah.
Adam, guess what do you think Marty Schottenheimer's record was in 2006 when he was fired by the San Diego Chargers?
Oh, all right. I just loaded that. That can't be right. Did he resign?
11
No, he was
and 5.
fired.
He kept losing in the playoffs.
Absolutely not.
He was fired. 100%
Wow.
he was fired. What do you think his record was?
I'm saying 11 and 5.
14-2.
That has to be. Are you sure he didn't retire?
Yes, quite sure.
They kept choking in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. He won. He was 12-4 and 14-2 in 2 of those last 3 years.
They lost to the Patriots in that play. It was the Marlon McCree fumble game. Marlon
right, I'll be
McCree
back,
intercepted
guys.
Tom
You have-
Brady, fumbled the ball. Brady gets it back and hits Rashay Caldwell, I think, for a touchdown. And they lost to the Patriots. They would have won the Super Bowl in 2006. Can't tell me otherwise.
Okay, the San Diego Union Tribune, citing unnamed sources, reported that Schottenheimer was fired after trying to interview his brother Kurt for the team's vacant defensive coordinator post. Spanos and Smith didn't approve of the move, but Schottenheimer reportedly insisted he had the right to hire his own staff.
AJ Smith was the GM who fired him.
I don't know. Was that rumors? Was that ever confirmed?
Oh my God, the Jets are actually winning? The Jets are taking knees. Wow.
Wow.
Sucks for me financially because I bet on the Rams live. Poop.
Why? Oh, because when they were down?
I mean, I got them at a pick.
I mean, it's the Jets. There's still probably some weird kind of way that they can mess this up.
This is crazy. The Jets are going to win a game against the 17-point dogs. Insane.
And they should have won that stupid Las Vegas game.
Yeah, the Jets, yeah.
There were probably a couple more they could have won.
Is Adam Gase saving his job?
Yeah, this is it. This is the game.
Yeah.
They'll remember.
I know. Finally, Adam Gase saves his job.
You know what? I get it though. Like, if you fire Adam Gase, who are you going to replace? Like, who's that young dude on the staff you're going to replace him with? And it's not like DeWelda Gaines.
You're talking about
And
in season.
Yeah, like if you fire him after 8 games, who's coming in to take over? Like, there's no Greg Williams. You
Right.
know what he is.
Yeah.
DeWelda Gaines, no. Like, there's no one on there that you can actually. He's not like they're all Gase loyalists too. You know, like they all came with him.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think you just ride out the season and then you deal with it afterwards.
Yeah, go for Eric Bieniemy, make everything great.
Yeah, exactly. Or
Fine.
any number of different guys.
Right.
Yeah. You just don't have to fire. You don't have to fire Adam Gase in season.
Yeah. Then why? Right. You're just paying him money for what? Nothing.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you want Greg Williams to be your head coach? I just can't believe the Jets won a game against the
Good
Rams.
for that, man. Against the Rams. That's amazing. What was the line on that?
17.5.
Man,
I know. Ooh, Brees took a nasty shot there.
that's amazing.
I know. That's
All right,
huge.
good.
That's a bad loss for the Rams.
Good for the Jets.
It's fine.
How did Frank Gore end up? I didn't check the box score when it was all said and done.
Let's see.
I know he scored a
Gore,
touchdown.
23 carries, 59 yards, and a touchdown. So not that impressive.
Dude, he had 23 carries still.
Yeah.
Frank Gore is going to be a guy who someone looks back and they're like, Frank Gore actually helped me win my fantasy title.
How does Kamara only have 2 catches? Feed this guy in the passing game, please.
We had a good story done by like Inside Injuries. I don't know if you ever heard of them or used them or anything, but they're like our injury partner.
Yeah.
Inside Injuries wrote like Drew Brees should not be playing this week. He's super hurt. They're probably going to give him an injection. So it's weird because like he's super hurt. He can't take a big hit, but they're giving an injection to handle the pain. So he won't know if he's hurt if he got the injection.
He has no business playing with multiple fractured ribs.
Here, go. Will, it's my brother Anthony. He's delivering me a
hello,
Christmas
Anthony.
drink. Yeah.
What's up,
There
buddy?
you go. That's Will Brinson, the famous Will Brinson.
Will. What is what's
Will's
that?
drinking too. Here, cheers, Will.
Cheers.
Adam Aizer leaves. He'll have no idea my brother was here. That's the best part.
Sunday Funday with Nando.
That's right. Sunday
What,
fun.
what are you guys sipping on? Manhattan?
We're, I don't know. This is old fashioned.
That's an old fashioned.
Yeah, look at that.
High for
My
you.
brother was a bartender back at Fordham back in the days.
Back in the day. Chase Edmonds. Go
Yeah,
Chase.
Nick Costas.
Chase Edmonds. Yeah, Nick Costos. Do you know Nick Costos? I don't think he did. He's a little older than Nick, I think.
Chase Edmonds, Fordham guy. Pride of
Chase
Fordham.
Edmonds Fordham guy. That's our guy.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah.
Go Bearcats.
I have a bottle of bourbon.
Albie Manzo.
I have a bottle of bourbon that I lost on Saturday night or Friday night. I cannot find it.
Somewhere in the house.
So it's somewhere up in my office, and I just
That's the way to do it, Will.
I cannot find it.
I mean, I'll just get a new one.
I mean, it's Sunday. You can't here in North Carolina, but I mean, yes, eventually.
Wait, the entire state's dry on Sunday like that?
Yeah.
Like blue laws, like the Massachusetts
liquor.
blue laws?
Liquor. You can't buy liquor.
All right.
You can buy beer.
Wait till Monday? Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. Wait till Monday. Speaking of dry,
Look at this. Look at this.
Look at that thing. That's
Wow.
good.
Hey. All right, cool.
Adam, you may be asking yourself, where did Nando get that fancy cocktail?
And guess what? You'll never know.
know.
This is great.
I brought a snack.
Well, I think we've joked about this on the show before that we went to the Sleepy Hollow gift shop and all these Sleepy Hollow things like prints, these, Ichabod Crane references, Rip Van Winkle stuff, like just like this. And it was like October. It was like the perfect time to go. There's like this rickety old bridge. Me, Aizer, and our wives went. I think Aizer's kid was born by then. And it was just like, let's go to the gift shop. And we did. And Aizer walks out with a bag of marshmallows.
It's the weirdest.
Yeah.
It's so ridiculous. I mean, I guess he lives down the street, so it's not a big deal. But for me, it was like, that's like one of my favorite stories ever. One of my favorite cartoons ever.
I love that he's so professional. He's just eating a marshmallow on this.
Yeah. Well, you just giving up, man. Don't you care about this? Don't you care about Lowe's?
What are you talking about? Oh, touchdown. What a catch by DeAndre Hopkins.
All right.
Whoa, I've got that just probably cost me.
That's going to be reviewed, though. I'm a little.
Oh, but I have a. Wait, are you sure it's Hopkins? Because I've got a stack with Hopkins in DFS.
I am sure. Oh, he is incredible.
I got another idea.
Counted that. Oh, my God. If that's a catch, I've got something cooking. And that is a good catch.
Yeah, that's a sick catch.
I've got something cooking in daily fantasy, guys. Oh, boy.
Oh, let me guess. You're going to have the best day ever, and you're going to win $4 because a bunch of jerks entered 150 lineups, and they're all ahead of you.
No, I'm currently 30. I mean, I'm not going to catch them. I'm 34 points back of first, which is $100,000. And I've got Emmanuel Sanders, Kyler Murray, and DeAndre Hopkins going. But this guy has Hopkins, and that's it.
All right.
You got a chance.
I don't think Kyler.
Well, if Hopkins is going to score, you got Kyler throwing to him. So,
yeah, I think I need a Sanders bomb.
If this New Orleans game is going to go on and bleed into the Giants game, why don't we throw another $10 in for charity on a first to score touchdown?
Oh, yeah. So listen, I've now reset my password 3 times. And it won't let me in.
I'll just PayPal him the money, man. Stop making all these weird excuses.
Pathetic.
I could try PayPal. Yeah.
Get your wife.
Now that the over's definitely not hitting Aizer, it's like, well, I can't.
I can't figure out my password.
I guess I'll call you later. See ya.
Either I'm paying Will or I'm getting a Christmas ham, but I can't do both. So
please, you can sleep on an organic mattress and you can't order a ham. Are you getting the ham cooked?
I don't sleep on an organic. Yes, I am.
Where are you getting it from? That place up the street, the burger place.
Whole Foods.
No, from Whole Foods.
The Bridge Road Tavern.
This rich boy here is getting a whole
Whole Foods. My Whole Foods ham.
Yeah.
From a Vermont pig.
I got a Whole Foods turkey on Thanksgiving and it was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't even like turkey, so they delivered.
Why are you getting a ham instead of a turkey?
We did turkey for Thanksgiving, so we're just mixing it up.
Who's coming over? JP?
Nobody. You know nobody's coming over.
I know.
You know us.
We've been quarantining with my parents and my brother's family.
That's fun. That sounds like a lot of fun. All right,
it makes it a lot easier.
3 quarters in the books. And the Chiefs.
7:07. We're 3 quarters in. Taking an hour per quarter.
Let's do these first to score a touchdown for charity. I think it'll be Evan Ingram. All right. We'll just leave it at that.
First to score? No, it's going to be Nick Chubb.
Oh, we're doing this for charity? I don't know if I'm
not doing it. I'm not doing anything else. No. Like you bully me into so many things.
How's this bullying? This is just a fun idea for Hope. And
I want you. I request that you leave me alone.
All right. I'll just talk to Will from now on. Where's your pin? Where's your pin?
Okay. All right.
It's so crazy. You're a professional at this. You can't even get your pin in the shot.
Oh my God. I'm taking the pin off.
What's the pin?
He was going to wear a St. Jude pin, but look where he's fiddling with it. Like, where does he think it is? Where does he think his camera shoots to?
Is Goddard having a good game? Why didn't I bring back this? Why didn't I bring anybody? I didn't.
Let's talk fantasy. Let's take a look at the leaderboard.
Is Goddard having a good game? I saw Jalen Rigor caught a couple.
Jalen Rigor. That's great pronunciation.
Oh, Greg Ward has 2 touchdown catches.
Greg Ward.
Kyler's having a monster.
Who is?
Kyler's got 406 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, a pick, but has also run 7 times for 25 yards and a touchdown. That's a big game. Hopkins is having a monster
too. I tell
too.
You how much my butt got kicked in fantasy this weekend.
Kenyon Drake is not having a good game.
Everyone that I faced just destroyed. It's just not fair. Yeah. All right. So Kyler Murray is actually not outscoring Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is having a freaking enormous game with 38 fantasy points right now. I think Kyler's at like 36.
I need Hurts to, I guess, to throw. I need a touchdown here from the Eagles, so that way the Cardinals have to go score as well.
But Let's see who our top running backs are this week. Montgomery's going to be number 1.
Wait, how many points do we need in the fourth quarter to hit this over? We got a 54?
Yeah.
5?
We're in trouble.
So we got 36 right now?
I mean, Hurts is just way better than Wentz. This is just awkward.
Yeah, but then again, you're right. Like, what do you trade one of them to the Jets now? Carson Wentz, Jets quarterback, makes a lot of sense to me.
I completely did. The Jets win?
Yeah.
What did you do? What did you do when you left?
I got some water. I got some marshmallows. I fed the cat.
You know, it'd be cool if we found out that Adam has a twin brother we never knew about.
You're not like
they just went and switched shirts.
I just prestige.
Oh my! Ooh.
Did he get there?
They gave it to him.
There you go.
Don't you dare spoil that movie. People haven't seen it.
Oh,
That movie is so overrated.
what movie?
The Prestige.
Just turn your camera off, man. Go home.
Have you seen The Mandalorian season 2 yet?
Nah.
We're finishing that tonight. Slow your roll.
Yeah,
Will
I
Brinson.
won't spoil it. Don't look at the Twitch chat. Nobody spoil it for him. You are. I actually saw I'm not a huge Star Wars guy, so I think my lack of knowledge about Star Wars allowed me to, probably like an idiot. I perceived what was happening sort of because I lack knowledge. Are you a Star Wars junkie?
You know what? Yeah, I'm like at 7 out of 10. Like I didn't read the books.
Yeah,
and I didn't watch the cartoons, so like I don't know a lot of these references.
But I think you're gonna like. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know all the references. I think you will like the finale. It's
All right. I can't wait.
Yeah,
I'm so excited. Damn. By the way, we saw the flight attendant. I don't understand why more people. I mean, the finale sucked, but
I haven't seen it. I heard it's good.
What a fun show.
I'm
Really?
watching Sharp Objects.
No one cares what you're watching, man.
I don't trust anything Adam watches.
I don't either. His takes on things. If
Adam
Thank
gave
you,
like
Adam.
a recommendation for food or movies or TV, I'm like,
you're
thanks,
wrong.
Adam. That's great, but I'm not.
No, here's the thing about me. This is what you need to know. There are a lot of really good things that I don't like. But,
Yeah.
but everything that I do like is good. So if I recommend it to you, you will like it. And you will like Sharp Objects because I've only seen
Eagles. What are they doing? This team won't quit. It's amazing.
Who's going to win the East? Well, actually, Will, what are the live odds on the futures for the NFC East right now?
I think they're off, but I mean, I would guess that. I mean, if the Eagles come back and win this game against Arizona, they're right back in it.
Right. And so are the Giants, and Washington's still in. The Giants aren't going to beat Cleveland tonight. That's not going to happen. So
Week 17, Philadelphia, Washington.
that's going to be a good game.
All right, let's go. Good job, Cameron Jordan. Way to get that flag. We need.
I get why you flex the Giants Browns into the 820 because now it's just like who's gonna. Yeah.
But do you know what was originally there?
What?
The Cowboys Niners.
Yeah.
This just Giants Brown game is not going to be a good game. By the way, I know, love your Giants fandom and your football dedication that you're going to be watching Mandalorian tonight instead of
after the game, Adam. You could do something at 8:20 and then do something again at 11.
Right? Yeah, I'm sure.
That's how the time works.
I'm sure.
I mean, throw your significant other a bone and watch the Mandalorian.
Yeah, seriously, man.
Jalen Hurts.
Wow, Jamie Eisenberg says, "I hate Twitch." Wow, breaking.
Jamie says that.
Where'd he put that?
On a text to me. He doesn't know that I told you guys that.
That's all right.
No, am I watching?
Did you try to get him to come on?
No, I'm not.
No, I just said, Pete was like, "Where are you? You guys asleep? Hanging out with a family?" I was like, "No, I'm working." Unlike you. I agree on this Evan Ingram first touchdown, by the way.
Oh, thanks, Will.
I'm going to put.
I mean, he's active, right? I didn't even check the inactives. He's active, right? He's playing, right?
Maybe not Bell with a touchdown.
There we go.
Nice. That is going to help. You know what? I'm in first place in a best ball by a very slim margin, like 150 points.
How much does it pay?
It was a best ball 10, so I think like 100. It was one of the classic winner take all classics.
Yeah.
But it feels good because they gave me a C+ and they predicted I was going to finish 10th.
I might get more into best ball next year.
That's all I ever want to do for I forgot to look at best balls until like week 10, and now I just want to see where I am.
You have to look.
That's what I'm saying. I love it.
Like you just draft and get out of Dodge.
I can't.
I kind of love it.
Are you guys going to do playoff fantasy stuff?
I was thinking about doing that.
He did not score a touchdown. Oh no, he did. Okay, 2-point conversion. My bad. I
What's
am
the
not
FP?
buying your bet at all.
FPPC or whatever. Oh, Kelsey. Boom. In 2-point conversion.
I'm an NFFC guy. I like the FFPC guys though.
Well, I
They're
was just
cool.
going to find one of those. It's like $200 to enter, and you win a bunch of money.
Oh, Will. Oh, on the playoffs.
Or $30 to enter. I don't know.
I was looking for a $25 one.
I don't waste my money on ham, Nando.
So yeah, you're right.
I
My
can't.
family don't eat ham unless I win fantasy.
He's just paying $95 for a $17 ham.
That's right.
Cook it for me, sir.
Hello, good sir.
Paying $35 for a ham that's going to last me days.
My
You cannot-
PayPal is my email address, Adam.
Your work email address?
No, my personal email address. It's
Is
just
your-
my name at Gmail.
Okay. All right.
I don't know why you're worried about like people.
Yeah. What's the worst they're gonna do? Send him money?
Evan Ingram is 16-1. Ooh, you know who I like first touchdown to? Harrison Bryant.
I like that.
And maybe a little bit of Baker Mayfield.
What's Rashard Higgins? 8-1?
12-1. Don't hate it.
Will's PayPal profile reveals a lot about him.
What's Darius Slayton?
My PayPal profile, what my full name?
Yeah.
Robert.
Did you know Will's name was Robert?
I thought everybody knew that.
No, I don't know why you have to reveal it live on a stream that can't be deleted.
Whoa.
I mean, he's going by Will Brinson for a reason. Let him go by Will Brinson.
You received $20 from Cindy Aizer? Your first name is Cindy?
With an S.
No, with an I.
There it is.
Hey.
Oh my gosh.
Does this bring back good memories?
He's on Higgins too. All right, let's go.
That was a big sack by the Cardinals.
Aizer, this was the card that you wanted, by the way. This is the Mayor Daysby Marion Bright one.
It's very clever.
Thank you.
Very clever.
I'm gonna ask Katie Rotolo if I can do this. I'm gonna make a bunch of cards and sell them on Etsy.
Nando, I was watching a History Channel special about John Wilkes Booth and the theory that he was never killed after the assassination.
Watch that same one. Wasn't that crazy? That poor family that thought they were Booths, and then, like all this time, and then like genealogy says, no, you're not.
Is that what happened? I stopped watching.
Oh, spoiler alert! None of them are related to him.
No way.
Tell you what, I don't get too nerdy with you, but if you want to read a book that's amazing about it, it's called American Brutus. It's one of the greatest books you'll ever read.
It's about John Wilkes Booth.
It's about the conspiracy to kill Lincoln and all the members of the cabinet and everything. But it gets into Booth a lot, and it's really a story about Booth, and like he was like George Clooney back then.
Yeah.
Like he was the man.
Right.
And there's like this. I don't know. We should be talking about football, but if you're looking for a last minute gift for the history buff in your life, American Brutus is like the best book I've ever read in like history in the last 7 or 8 years.
That's cool.
Since the one about the World's Fair and the murderer who was going through Chicago World's Fair by Eric Larson.
Oh,
Devil in the White City.
Good. The Devil in the White City is so good.
Yeah. So that, right? Like, so I would put American Brutus, it's not in no way the same, but just as good in a way.
The thing about Devil in the White City is so fascinating is like, I'd never read a book, and it's older now at this point.
Yeah.
But I'd never read a book that like, it was a fiction, like it was bounced back and forth from a fictional account to a historical accounting of like, it's crazy.
Well, it was all real. It wasn't fiction.
No, but he wrote the actual like in the book, he's writing as like the events are actually happening.
Right.
He could not have done that because he wasn't there. So like that's a non-fictional or a fictional application of a
historical nonfiction.
Fiction. Yeah, but it was like a historical nonfiction and just a straight nonfiction, but like blended, bouncing back and forth.
Right.
So much like something I would say.
What?
Aizer, you're the host. Bring us back to football, man. We're going to take you way off the rails if you want.
No, all right. Look. Drew Brees does not look good today.
Bring the camera downstairs. Let's see your tree.
Me?
Yeah.
Where do you think I am? Downstairs. I'm downstairs.
Oh, I thought you were up. I had pictured you upstairs.
No.
You have such a huge townhouse that
Yeah.
Full of ham.
Drew Brees looks terrible today. I'm just gonna go ahead and say something controversial.
He shouldn't be playing.
He has not played. Well, they said he was healthy, so why shouldn't he be playing?
They said he was healthy.
He had been good.
coverage has been pretty good today, it seems.
He broke 11 ribs like 5 weeks ago?
7 of 23. Like, what? Are we sure Taysom Hill wouldn't be 7 of 23?
Dude, he is terrible. You know what?
Taysom Hill had some great momentum going too.
Yeah.
Oh, no way. Oh, incomplete.
Just tell us what happened because we're not going to see it for 5 minutes.
I'm talking about Dallas Goedert.
Drop the pass.
Jalen Hurts made a pretty good throw on 3rd and 21 into the end zone.
I'm watching it in your Simpsons
ahead.
poster.
I'm saying 2-minute warning. Although now the NFL stat feed is so far behind. Like my red zone is caught up on 3rd and 21.
By the way, you know the NFL GSIS, Will?
Yeah, that's what I'm on.
Someone referred to it yesterday as NFL Jesus. And I'm like, is that really what we're supposed to call it?
Yeah, that's what I call it.
Oh, I never knew that. I never made that connection.
You're not supposed to call it that. You just can call it that.
You have to kick here, right? If you're the Eagles?
They are going for it. It's
Peterson's a go for it guy. He's a fun guy.
Well, that's just a catch. Wait, how is that not a catch?
With Goddard? No, you'll see.
Never mind. All right.
You'll see.
Yeah, so that was interesting. 4th and 21 at the 22-yard line. And they went for it with 1:55 left and all three.
They have 3 timeouts. You should have kicked that.
Yeah, I probably should have kicked that. That's really tough to get.
What are you doing? Although I guess if you're down 7, it's the same difference. You need a touchdown either way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're going to have the ball. You need a touchdown either way.
Stop anyway. So yeah, but right. Okay, I'm cool with it.
I mean, I'm not because I have this friggin' DFS lineup that is now dead.
Yeah, the over too. Let's not forget about that.
Well, that's the Eagles game. We don't care about that.
Oh, right. Aizer, how come you never tweet about this Twitch thing?
I always tweet about Twitch.
I feel bad like I'm not retweeting about it, but it looks like you haven't tweeted about anything in like the last 3 hours.
Well, what do you think I've been doing for the last 3 hours, Nando?
I don't know. Can we get marshmallows upstairs?
Eating mellows.
Well, yeah, leaving Will and I to host a show together, sponsored by Lowe's.
Yeah. So the thing is, this game is taking so long that I'm not gonna be able to eat dinner. So I had to go up and sneak some marshmallows in there. So to get me through the next few hours.
You're married to an Italian, man. You should have dinner at like 3:00, like the rest of us. Is that not a thing?
No, we don't do that.
All right. Oh, sorry, dismissive.
Yeah. All right. Well, the Chiefs with 12 minutes to play have a 14-point lead.
I mean, this game's not over by any stretch of the imagination. Like Brees has been awful. It feels like a big lead. But I mean,
that time of possession,
I'm
like
going to be
34-15. And what I find very interesting is
I got to go get something too.
Okay. I find it very interesting that they
I would do that to you, friend.
Splitting the carries pretty evenly between Clyde and Le'Veon Bell. Bell having the better game because he had the touchdown, and both of them have just one catch. You got to give the Saints defense credit. They've been on the field for 2/3 of the game, basically. And let's see the total yardage here. The Chiefs have 330 total yards. They're averaging 4.5 yards per play. How about that? Both teams are averaging 4.5 yards per play. But, one team's just run a hell of a lot more plays. So good job by the defenses today.
3rd down is enormous.
We need some scores. We got to be rooting for Drew Brees now, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is at this point, it doesn't feel like Kansas. If Kansas City can get, we sort of need a punt here, and then the Chiefs to march. I mean, the Saints to march. Excuse me.
Yeah, which is probably not going to happen.
Yeah,
maybe we can get to a couple Kansas City, couple quick scores, get us a quick 14, and then what? We just need 3 after that.
The Chiefs have run 75 plays, and the Saints have run 41.
Oh, well, Drew Brees is. Think if you were like in a car accident, you broke 11 ribs, right?
I mean, a first down by Mahomes here is that ball's out. That ball is a fumble. That's not an incompletion. If that's a fumble, that is big for the over.
Yeah, that's big. That is big.
That is big for the over if that's a fumble.
Adam, what did they call it? Just let us know. We know you know.
A fumble.
A fumble.
All right.
It looks like a fumble. The ball went straight up in the air. We didn't go forward.
It's going to be pretty. What do we need? We need 20 points.
No, we don't need that many.
Yeah, we need 20 points.
39. What are you talking about?
It's 54.
Oh, it's 50.
Look at you squint. You're like, how? If I carry the one here.
Can you imagine him in Las Vegas?
Had too many.
I actually saw. We hung out in Las Vegas.
I really feel like a high-scoring game. We need 10 points. I was like,
That's a fumble.
yeah.
Yeah, we just need 2 quick Chiefs touchdowns. That's all.
Interesting.
Maybe one of those fluke. That could be like the fluke defensive return with like 2 seconds left.
Jalen Hurts is going to get the ball back.
I'm on a funny text chain right now with a Jets fan. And
All right, well, we're glad you're paying attention to the show.
He is in the fetal position. He's so pissed. Oh gosh, that is just like so Jetsy.
Invite him on the show. Let him rant.
Come on, Brees,
Adam.
do something.
Send him the Zoom link.
You know him, Nando. He was one of my groomsmen.
Oh, yeah, well, who? Ian?
Big jam. Wallace took it in his hands and said, up and away. Dipsy do, Dunkaroo.
That's what we do when somebody does.
So obnoxiously long.
Listen, but we've sort of migrated to the Kevin Harlan one.
Yeah.
High down hard. It's so good. And I'll usually pause the Dickie V one. Like we won't like let it run its full course.
Yeah.
Because you think he's gonna be done, and then he just keeps going. He's like Dipsy Doo Dunkaroo.
Like this laugh track.
So you haven't changed any of the preset things in your road because that was already in there. Do you want to hear a good one? This is a good one. This is Ryan Wilson several weeks ago.
The Cowboys will be 3-3 after they win tonight, and they have a path to 9 wins. It's not a difficult path.
That's so messed up, man. You probably have like some of those.
Kamara, go! Boom! Let's go!
That was awesome. Was that a pass?
That was
Cares, man. We're about the over right now. We don't care who gets it.
Fantasy. It's a fantasy show. Eagles ball back, by the way.
I don't think anyone started Drew Brees, who's playing in week 15.
I started him.
Oh, you're Adam Aizer.
That was a pass.
All right. 2 touchdowns for Drew Brees now.
Did you? And what's the score of that game? Let's see the little green and red bar on top of that on your app.
Andy Reid passes too. It was a little flip.
I started him as a super flex.
No, super flex.
Over Taysom.
Super
He
flex.
needs 4 more receptions from Kamara.
No, that's it.
No, I'm not gonna lie to you, Nando. I thought Drew Brees was basically gonna get
My brother's back.
quarterback.
Adam Aizer.
Nando's brother, bring him
Hey!
Hey.
Cheers.
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 Look, we're going straight upstate New York now, Aizer.
Pat,
I
blue
had to bring
light.
Nando his blue light just to make
Oh.
him feel good about being upstate New York. Can't
So you
find him in
went
New York.
from-
So you
went
can
from
take that.
a high-end old fashioned to a Labatt.
Yeah. Well, and actually, the one before it was like a vodka and cranberry ginger ale, which, by the way, is delicious.
So you're going big tonight.
With a candy cane dropped in there.
We answer a fantasy question from Ozzy.
Yeah. Send your questions in. Put them in the chat right now. We'll answer all of them. Adam Aizer guarantee.
That's what's happening. Yeah. PPR, Boyd or Ingram tonight?
I don't know if you can try. I don't know if you can trust Boyd with Ryan. Maybe you can. Maybe Ryan Finley will jolt something into Tyler Boyd, but then
Tyler Boyd.
But then T. Higgins is screwed.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't know Colt McCoy's tendencies really.
Colt McCoy threw
And Freddie Kitchens Freddie Kitchens was a tight ends coach for the Giants for a little bit, so maybe he. But I mean, you can't tell Colt McCoy just throw it to Evan Ingram, right? Like that's
Colt McCoy. Here's what you need to know about Colt McCoy. He threw 1 pass longer than 20 yards in his 1 start at Seattle. He was extremely. I don't know that he will be today, but he was extremely conservative, and he's poison for these pass catchers. So I would go with Boyd. Plus, Finley played last year, and Boyd actually did pretty well.
I mean, aren't the short passes what you want if you want to go with Evan Ingram though? Like it's not like they're throwing a 40-yard an air yard pass to Evan Ingram.
No, he does. Well, but Jones does. I'm just saying that you're not going to get a lot of passing yards from. Well, all right, fine, whatever. I'll take Boyd. Who do you want?
I'll take Ingram.
I don't know. It's tough. I mean, you're basically counting on. You know, this is the equivalent of. It's like, like some people believe like you don't go for 2 until the last minute. Keep hope alive. It's like that's Tyler Boyd. Like you go with Boyd to like keep hope alive. How many points? What's the situation? We need more information. What's the situation?
Is it PPR?
PPR, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like, is he? Because I think Boyd probably has a.
I think at this point that doesn't really matter. Like,
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Like, Boyd, you know what? Ryan Finley could lean on AJ Green. Didn't he do that a lot last year? Wasn't AJ Green his like 17 target guy?
No.
I feel like Ingram has a higher floor and Boyd might have a higher ceiling.
I can look this up.
AJ Green didn't play last year, right?
I
All right,
figured I
2
would
years ago,
go-
2 years ago, whatever it was.
No,
I think I would go Ingram.
Ryan Finley reference. You know what I'm happy about baseball season starting again is you don't have to type reference at the end of every player because Pro Football Reference is the #1 result. For football, it's not.
Just type
Well,
stats and you'll get it.
Yeah, so I already looked up Ryan Finley. I think he made 3 starts last year. And
3 starts last year, yeah.
Tyler Boyd had 2 pretty good games, as I recall. So whatever. I mean, that doesn't guarantee anything, especially against the Steelers. And the Steelers have been freaking great against slot wide receivers this year. So it's not super exciting. But
Hey, Will, did you ever do this with your beers, or is this just like a weird thing that I do?
I don't
Like where you open it like that, or where you wedge it?
No, I don't usually wedge. In fact, I get upset if it wedges.
Really? I do it on purpose. Like then I know it's Aizer. What do you do with your Coca-Colas?
my waters, to drink water out of the same type of glass, not the same exact.
Where's your snowman mug?
Yeah, I should have brought that down with the marshmallows. We've been so festive.
It's the last show of the year. It's a holiday show.
So, wasn't Twitch fun? Wasn't the watch party awesome?
I had a blast. I told Ben I would do some like the daytime stuff with you and Frank Stanfield, just like, whenever you call.
Just like for fun.
For fun.
Like, let's do it, guys.
No, it's just I didn't know what to expect. It's like, hey, we're gonna do these live, game watches basically, and they just ended up being amazing. I didn't know how the guests were gonna be, and pretty much every single one was a total home run, including Marvin Hall, who made 3 appearances. Dante Hall. I called him Marvin Hall again. Dante Hall.
What? Why?
I don't know. I got Marvin Hall on the brain.
Marvin Hall didn't even have it. It was Marvin Jones who had a big game for the.
Yeah, who's Marvin Hall?
Marvin Hall was on the Lions and he got cut a few weeks ago. All right, Jalen Hurts throws it away. We got 10 seconds left. The Eagles are down by 7. Exciting finishes here. These games have been really good today. The Bears-Vikings game was exciting. The Colts game was exciting. What else we had? Some good ones.
Man, you know what? I wish Donovan McNabb had Peterson as his head, because like Donovan McNabb came in as Jalen Hurts. Like the dude could run. He was an option guy. He could throw. He had a cannon for an arm, and they turned him into this West Coast quarterback. I mean, he was still good. He had a great career, but imagine if they just let him be Donovan McNabb. Like it looks like they're letting Jalen Hurts be Jalen Hurts, and not like conforming him to a system. And it's like every time they let them do this, it shows. Like even like Baltimore went out and made Lamar Jackson what he is because they got Greg Roman, who was like the run guy who knows how to do this. I don't know. I get a little weepy of where Donovan McNabb's career could have been. Just watching Jalen Hurts and how good he is.
You're a Syracuse guy. That's why you're weepy.
You know what? I'm just a good quarterback guy, Adam.
Okay.
But also, yeah, he was. Yeah, yes, he was part of my childhood.
One more Hail Mary to go in the Eagles game. Their first attempt was unsuccessful. Oh my!
Mahomes.
Who was that? Was that Lattimore? Who just got
jump up in the air?
Completely juked. That was pathetic.
Meanwhile, we're at 51 right now in the over/under.
Yeah, we could use a touchdown here.
A field goal, we lose.
Well,
but 2 field goals, we're good.
We're going to need something else from the Saints, I think.
All right, so say Kansas City gets a field goal here, right? Because they're in the red zone.
Yeah.
Cardinals win.
So what did that get us? That'll get us. Yeah, that'll get us 54. All we need is like a Saints field goal or anything.
All we need is 54, right?
We need 54.5, I believe.
Well, what did we get it at, Will, at the start of the game? 53.5 or 4.5?
I'll let you know after it's over.
Adam, it's a charity bet.
It's a lock, man. And the funny thing is, it doesn't even feel like that high scoring of a game. Am I
We
crazy?
got 54.
You're right.
It's been like a choppy game without like explosive plays.
You're right. It's an uneven game. How about that?
Yeah. So it's like the Eagles Cardinals game feels like a shootout. This game feels strange to me.
So here's what I would like for us, and I think this works out well for everybody. I would like a field goal from the Chiefs and a touchdown from the Saints, and we call it a day. How's that sound?
Okay.
Field goal from the Chiefs. Yeah.
Want Alvin Kamara to catch a few balls on the way.
Yeah, but I mostly want the Saints to stay inside the number. Oh my God, that was risky. Oh, I need some Kelsey. I'll take a Kelsey touchdown.
Well, Kamara's got 5. Kamara's leading the team in targets.
I'm not really surprised.
Ooh, a Kelsey. I'm fine with the Kelsey touchdown too, because I'm playing somebody in my last fantasy league. All I have left, I need Kelsey. I'm down 20 points. He's done for the week. I have Kelsey remaining, and then the Browns defense. Browns defense is not
sorry,
gonna get-
Will. You definitely need a touch. You need like
I need
30-yard, a
Kelsey
30-yard
touchdown.
touchdown catch. Yeah,
Yeah. All right. So I'll take the over here in a Kelsey touchdown. That's fine. Let's go.
to have a shot.
Production from the Browns.
I don't think
the
Colt
Browns
McCoy
could-
is the turnover machine that Daniel Jones is, though, either. So
The Browns are.
even
You're right about that.
Why did? Oh, all right. Now it just got into the 9 with Kelsey, so I'm down 18 points now. I can get 18 from the Browns.
what does the CBS app say your chances of winning are? Are you like
44%?
Oh, it's still pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I think it's banking on like maybe Kelsey getting. It's projecting Kelsey to get 2.3 more points and the Browns to get 13.8.
All right. So we need a quick New Orleans score.
Oh,
And then, like,
no injury. Clyde
Oh boy, Le'Veon Bell.
really hurt. Oh, that sucks.
I want to describe that for people who were not 10 minutes ahead.
Clyde Edwards-Hilaire's down.
Fell awkwardly. It's holding like his hamstring.
Was it a non-contact?
Ooh, you know what I'm going to bet on here? This is
Contact.
a little parlay in my system here. The Evan Ingram to have 100 receiving yards, 1 touchdown, and the Giants win.
Well, what's that, like plus 4,362?
50-1. It's not bad.
Oh, it's close.
There's no way they'll let me put $20 on that, will they?
All right, William Hill.
Wow.
I just don't want to bet on I don't want to bet on.
You just
I
took
wanna
the $20 that I sent you for charity.
There's no way he gets 100 yards. Well, I don't. Colt McCoy, man. I wish I had a bet like Colt McCoy with Freddie Kitchens calling the plays in a Jason Garrett offense. Again, in a revenge game.
Oh, here's one I like. Nick Chubb, 120 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns, 12-1.
Yeah, that could happen.
That's not crazy, right?
I don't know. What has the Giants defense done against running backs lately? Let me look that up.
They're
By the
good.
way, there's this amazing CBS. Ganos talks about it all the time. There's this CBS page, the points allowed, that's like hidden somewhere in the fantasy football section.
Yeah, it is. It's hard to find.
Yeah, really, I have it bookmarked because I can't find it. I can never find it again.
That page is
It's like Brigadoon.
That is the single most important page of in my life. Like that is my lifeline. For
I don't want to
fantasy.
break it to you, but Pro Football Reference has a better one. Yeah, it breaks it down by yards and receptions and everything.
So does CBS.
The Giants.
CBS's page is awful. It's not sortable. It's a mess.
It's not sortable, but it is sortable. What are you talking about?
Not
I use
sortable
it
is a problem.
every day of my life. It is absolutely sortable.
Will, you ready for this? The Giants have allowed one 100-yard rusher the entire season.
Yeah, Nick Chubb's going to be the second.
It was in week 1.
Really?
And it was James Conner.
No, it was Benny Snell. It was not. They did not allow a 100-yard rusher.
I'm sorry, it was Benny Snell. It was Benny Snell.
He got
ran for 113 yards.
Wow.
I'm gonna double down on this bet with.
I mean, the Cowboys ran for 121. Elliott had 91. Pollard had 30. The Eagles ran for 153. Boston Scott had 63. Miles Sanders had 85. And the Cardinals last week had 112. It was Drake had 80 and Edmonds had 32.
They don't give up a lot of big runs. Boston Scott had the biggest one of the year, but
They have a lot. They have a lot allowed of receiving yards to running backs, though.
the second most in the NFL. And I can tell you that because I can sort on that page, Will.
The single most important web page of my life.
It is. It is.
How long have we been on this stream? Are we gonna? I gotta get some DFS contests going for this.
Oh my gosh, Dave Richards sent me a great IM. When's the
Does it
last
say, where's my daughter's bat mitzvah gift?
third down for Patrick Mahomes? Big.
All right, we
play.
got a field goal.
Big play. All right.
We need this. We need this to go in.
We just need any kind of score right now, and St. Jude gets $30. How about that?
We're going to have to lead the podcast with that. When's the last time Le'Veon Bell, Antonio Brown, Larry Fitzgerald, Frank Gore, and Des Bryant all scored in the same week?
Great.
Wait, is there an answer for that?
Le'Veon Bell, Frank Gore, Des Bryant. Did somebody tweet this?
No, Dave wrote it to me. It's amazing.
I'm about to steal that for Twitter.
No, we're starting
yeah.
the show with that. No, that's so
Do it. Do it, Will.
I'm
Steal it.
I'm stealing.
And you know what? Attribute it to Adam Aizer. Just be like Adam Aizer right now on our stream. Don't even mention Dave and let him get all fired up about it.
No, that's so messed up.
Yeah, please attribute it to Adam Aizer and tag Adam Aizer.
I'm gonna say, fire up your DeLorean.
By the way, Back to the Future 2 cannot even get through it. So bad.
That's
All right.
that's all right.
You know, he says stuff like just to like.
It's true. It's true.
All right. Frank
Aizer, what's your favorite Christmas? Give us your top three Christmas
Give me the
movies.
list again. Frank Gore, Des Bryant,
Antonio Brown,
Larry Fitzgerald, and Le'Veon Bell.
Antonio Brown, Larry Fitzgerald.
My three favorite Christmas movies are three. You want 3, 2, 1 or 1, 2, 3?
I think 3, 2, 1 will leave people in suspense. Why don't you put a poll out? Ask people what their top three are too.
We've done this before.
Really?
So
when?
now,
Other Twitch stream?
I said great catch on this by Adam Aizer just now on our fan.
Hold on, I gotta find that and retweet it.
Oh my gosh.
It's terrible. It's so
This
good.
is the greatest thing ever. This is I love it.
I hope this goes viral and has like 5,000 retweets. And Dave's coming after you.
Oh my gosh, man.
This is a tweet that's gonna make my career.
And so 2 and 1 are easy, Nando. 2 is Home Alone and 1 is Christmas.
Will, you already have 3 retweets and 13 hearts on this from 43 seconds ago.
You can tell it's gonna pop.
Oh, this is not right. This is so wrong. At least put a link to the stream in.
Oh yeah, I probably should have done that. Huh?
Yeah, right.
7 retweets, 17 likes.
That's so bad, man.
Oh, apparently I'm not.
God, you're terrible today.
Me?
No, Brees.
Yeah, it's Drew Brees, not the guy who betrayed Dave Richard.
Yeah, I didn't betray Dave Richard. Adam did.
This is the greatest. This is the greatest thing I've ever been a part of.
What the hell is going on in this game right now? All right, so the Chiefs lead by 10.
Art Stapleton of NJ.com, I believe, points out that next up could be Alfred Morris and Colt McCoy.
Oh, okay. That's not as exciting, but yeah, could be.
I mean, but it's a throwback to the old.
Yeah, but those are like old legends that scored today. Do we have any more?
Alfred Morris is a legend.
Alfred Morris
would be the perfect cherry on top of Dave being Dave's tweet.
Yeah, actually, you're right. Yeah, because that was that was Dave's. When I was at CBS officially, Dave, we called him Alf. Like he was so excited, like when he was starting to like rise up.
Dude, I can't believe your wife
on that, dude.
I can't believe your wife forced you to leave CBS. No. Let's.
Oh, let me hold on. Let me hold this up again.
Wait, didn't you move for your girl too?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Adam just flexed.
This should be back here. That was supposed to be above the deer head, or to the left of the deer head.
Now let me ask you this: 4th and 2 on your own 33.
Yeah, you're what?
You're going right.
Scores.
Yeah.
It's down 2 scores. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you should run the football. Because
I was thinking they were down 7 for some reason. I'm an idiot.
That would be a lot more exciting.
It's
Here
pretty
we
amazing.
go, Jim. All right. Wow. That was a terrible pass. Good catch.
18 retweets, 70 likes, 6 quote tweets.
So if Drew Brees throws a touchdown here, that'll get him to probably 24 fantasy points, which would be okay, which would be good.
There's no way. Is he really?
He's at 16 right now. So if he gets down the field.
Are you playing in a 6 touchdown or a 4-point touchdown league?
6. Oh, actually, the one I'm starting him in is 4.
So Dan Graziano of ESPN, old coworker of mine at Fan House, quote tweeted this. I'm pointing this out for.
Kidding me?
Yeah, he quote tweeted and said, Marques Colston and DeMarco Murray must have slept in. Both former guests of the Twitch stream.
That's so funny. Wow.
Wait, Will, you were Fan House?
Yeah, were we?
That's right. We were Fan House. Yeah, well, I was just associating you with Talented Mr. Roto when we were there together.
Oh,
I forgot we were at Fan House together back in the day.
Yeah, that's
right. Hey, Will, the Fan House. The good old Fan House. There.
Well, because we were both with Barry at TMR. And then Tom Herrera.
Yeah.
Got me hooked up with Jamie Mottram, and that's how I ended up at AOL. Because I started writing fantasy football at AOL. I was the first fantasy football hire at Fan House, I think.
Okay. I believe it. Yeah.
I started.
Say it more authoritatively and people will believe you.
All right, we are approaching the 2-minute warning here. 10-point game, timeout, New Orleans.
We just need 0.5 points right now, Adam.
I think I feel good about it. And
do you? I mean, I could see the Saints messing this up somehow. Kansas City getting the ball back and running out the clock. And that's why they're so good at making these lines.
Well, it went up, though. I think this morning, it was 52.5, and then I think it got up to 53.5.
Maybe if you thought of charity earlier in the morning.
Jets tweeted W.
Has Dave Richard not seen this tweet yet?
I don't know.
I alerted him to it.
You told him?
Oh, Adam.
What is the matter with you?
It was such an Adam thing to do.
It is. You're like, just so you know, this is Will's. I bet you. Oh my God. I know what you did.
Yeah.
I know what you did. You were like, just so you know, this is Will's idea of being funny, Dave.
No, I didn't do that.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Will thought this would be hilarious. I told him not to. Bang! Let's go, Brees!
Woo! All right.
I would love to see Taysom Hill come in. Oh, wait, did they score a touchdown?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm behind you guys, but I'm looking at Adam's reflection.
To someone named Humphrey.
Yeah. Wow.
Brees is suddenly having a huge game too. It's
He's really not though. Because
all right, it's a 24-point game that you wanted, Adam. Aren't you happy now?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna try to win this picks league. Let's
such a great quarterback week.
Onside kick.
I don't even know if he's going to be top 10 with 24 points. You've got Tannehill and Josh Allen at over 40. You had Jalen Hurts is QB1, 43 points.
Wow.
3 quarterbacks over 40. Kyler Murray, 38. Lamar Jackson, 34. Matt Ryan, 33. Herbert, 31. Mahomes, 31. Brady, 27. Mariota, 27. Deshaun Watson, 26. That's
where did Matt Ryan finish?
6th.
You got to knock out Mariota. No one was starting him. Like, can you at least go to like startable quarter? Like, just knock out the.
Did you not see the DK Showdown thing from Thursday?
No.
Oh my God. So, like, everybody's, you enter your lineups or whatever. You're on DraftKings. You're watching, and all of a sudden, there's this guy who's just in first by himself. He started Mariota as the captain.
Smart.
What
is it smart?
Yeah, if you're going to take a gamble, like you have to, if you take this gamble that if
don't you mean if you take a skill?
If the quarterback gets hurt, I'm going to have a huge advantage. Drew Brees is up to 20.
He won $500,000. I mean,
how many lineups did he have?
I don't know about that, but he's the only guy with Mariota as the captain.
That's really crazy. That's crazy.
It's insane. Like Mariota comes in and he wasn't like out of the woods until Mariota scores the rushing touchdown.
Guys, onside kick or kick it deep?
How much time is left?
2 timeouts, and you kick it deep out of the end zone.
You got to kick it out of the end zone.
Has to be a touchback because then you get the 2-minute warning. Otherwise, you might lose it.
Right.
Quick, Aizer, who's their kicker?
Oh, that's great.
I don't know.
That's perfect.
It's not Will Lutz.
I don't know. You're a CBS host. I just thought you'd know who the kicker is.
Cole Hardman should have picked that up and run.
Yeah, because if you onsides it and somebody touches it, in theory, you could lose the 2-minute warning, and you have to have the 2-minute warning.
I don't know. You're gonna.
What do you mean? It is Will Lutz. What do you mean it's not Will Lutz?
What do you mean? Who's their kicker?
Well, he's their place kicker. I guess he's their kickoff guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that would be the same.
That's why they have.
This isn't college football.
Such a Miami mentality.
Yeah. Shut up.
Aizer, how are you not a Dolphins fan?
Because I was born in New York.
You're only a Hurricanes fan because you went there?
My brother went there. That's when I became a Hurricanes fan.
By the way, I don't know if people know this, but Adam's brother is very, very famous among women from the age of like 30 to 40, I would say, right?
Well, it's not women. It's men and women. And
well, I mean, everyone I've seen who knows him is a woman.
It's younger than that. It'd be like 30 or 30.
Let's say 28 to 40. How about that?
28 to 35, I'd say maybe. 28 to 33.
And he made him go sit in the 300 level when he took Adam's current wife.
Oh, this is exhausting.
What?
You.
Why? Then why'd you ask me to be on the show?
I'm going to need more marshmallows.
Powder, do you get paid for these, by the way?
No, I do it for fun. No, I do a little bit, but I mean, thank you, Lowe's. Thank you, Lowe's. I told Adam I'll do it for free.
I was just making sure that like you were getting something for this effort. And like Adam's like, oh, you're so exhausting. How could you come my life like this? And like Adam, it could be you and me by ourselves for the 4th straight hour here. You'd be in hell right now.
You know what it is, Will? It's not like doing this that I feel like having to actually write down notes and things that I wrongly think that Adam will bring up questions about things that happen throughout the day.
Right. Like if I were paid extra for this, because I'm not paid extra.
It's for the research, not for coming on the show.
No, I'm saying like if I were paid extra for this,
yeah, I
would put some, like I would do some research and, you know, like have some notes.
I'm taking this very seriously.
Right. Got to avoid my family and drink for a few hours.
Yeah, man.
Okay, I got a couple of. Why's my wife texting me nonstop? She says the dog wants to be on the podcast again.
I'll bring him back.
All right, why don't we build a showdown lineup together?
That'd be fun. Let's do
All
that.
right, let's do that.
While we wait to see what the Chiefs do. So, who do we think is the captain play? Chubb is the most expensive.
Do you want to like stand out like a different captain?
Yeah, I want to win the damn show.
All right, if we're gonna take this seriously, I'm gonna look up Colt McCoy.
I would say Rashard Higgins.
Ooh, that's for captain.
Well, I don't know because like I feel like you have to pick a captain that very few people have.
No, I think you just have to have the right captain. No, you have to have the right captain and it's just a puzzle. Like you have to put it together and.
Okay, then I would say Nick Chubb. He's the best fantasy option.
Like, does he go off against?
I think
no way, man. I'm gonna.
So here's the problem with Nick Chubb. They don't let him go off because they put Kareem Hunt in too much. So I think Baker Mayfield has the best chance to go off, and I do think I kind of feel like he's going to have a big game.
Let's make Colt McCoy our captain.
I don't hate that.
Well, so look, Freddie Kitchens, and I don't know how much he's calling the play and how much it's going to be like. I feel like Freddie Kitchens is the kind of guy who's like Jason Garrett, go home and sleep. I'll call the plays. Freddie Kitchens was the tight ends coach for the Cardinals from 2007 to 2012. And then became the quarterbacks coach from 13 to 6. I know a lot of people think Freddie Kitchens is a joke because of how terribly things went with Cleveland.
Oh, he is a joke.
But I mean, he was a tight ends coach for a while, and he was a quarterbacks coach for a while, and he was very successful at it. Right. So
yeah, just because he didn't do a good job as a head coach doesn't mean he can't be a good play caller. But
that's it. He became a punchline.
What is it? Who gives a crap? It's Colt McCoy. Like.
Colt McCoy is a good quarterback.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
35-year-old backup quarterback. He's not a good quarterback.
All right.
He's not. No, he's not. Like
on a day when the quarterbacks are going bananas, this is one of those weird days in Week 15 where quarterbacks go bananas, and this is going to be the Colt McCoy 320-yard 3-touchdown day.
I just don't understand why.
I'm just making my point. That's all.
I just don't understand why you think Colt McCoy is a good quarterback.
I don't know. The guy calling the plays was Kurt Warner's 36-year-old Kurt Warner's quarterbacks coach.
Wait, I'll tell you who we're going with captain. Evan Ingram.
Oh, let's do it.
He's 7,500 captain. We can do anything we want. Then we go Ingram, Chubb, Mayfield. Who else? Who do we like in this game? Higgins.
Yeah, I like Higgins and Lane. I like every
Punt and Hooper or Donovan Peoples-Jones. Or Njoku or one of the kickers.
What about Kadarrell Hodge? Where's he?
We don't have to dip low. We can just go with the
all right.
We can go with the rich ham people.
Well, Peoples-Jones, they
organic mattress and Whole Foods ham. I'm in.
Don't have an organic mattress, you putts. Jeez.
Oh, whoa, Adam. Oh, jeez, man. Come on.
But stop lying about me, for God's sake. Le'Veon Bell, get there.
Why do you think I was talking about you with the organic mattress?
You're just such a liar. Oh, no. Le'Veon Bell got hurt, too.
Ooh, flag. What's the flag on?
Face mask.
Gotta be a
face mask.
It's ball game, right?
Who's the next guy up? Darrell Williams?
Yeah. Or Darrell Williams. What was the name you butchered earlier, by the way?
Jalen Reagor.
Jalen Reagor.
It just sounds so Middle Earth.
I cannot believe this game is going to end before 8:00.
Tell you what, man, when Freddie Kitchens was the tight ends coach of the Cardinals, they had no good tight ends at all.
Is that his?
I guess he's a blocking tight end guy, which means maybe Evan Ingram's not the guy to go for if he's going to be calling these plays because.
Oh, Levine Toilolo. No, get him. Or
he had these. Like, I'm going through all of this on Pro Football Reference right now, and like his best tight end was like Rob Hausler.
Well, the Chiefs are going to win, folks, and with the quarterback that doesn't throw deep.
How do you know he hasn't thrown deep? Doesn't mean he can't throw deep. He's a professional quarterback. Denzel
Ward's out, right?
I don't think so. Well, actually,
Adam lives in this world where he was a journalism guy. He was friends with John Jay.
What?
But he's very easy to criticize people. But how do you know Colt McCoy can't throw a bomb precisely
Colt
to
McCoy
Darius Slayton?
won a national title.
Yeah, come on, man.
He's a 3rd-round pick in the NFL. He can throw a deep bomb.
Was Colt McCoy the one with the girlfriend that the announcer went nuts over?
AJ McCarron.
That was AJ McCarron. Right. My bad. I get my Irish SEC quarterbacks confused sometimes.
Ooh, Colt McCoy to have 400 passing yards and Giants to win 77-1.
Let's do it. I'll $10.
I can't. My book won't even let me put $10 on it. I can put like $3 on it max. They cap on
what's the point of that?
The max bet is $6.49.
I'll Venmo you $6.49 right now, Will.
No, it's capped. I'm gonna do it just to see like Giants win. Colt McCoy has 400 passing yards, and I'm like, Aizer, who's got the pop gun now, Mr. Ham?
Like having 2 kids is really like just very
All
challenging.
right, so Peoples
Denzel
Jones
Ward is active, by the way.
Who is?
Denzel Ward.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. Cancel that
Oh
400.
no, so we're gonna do Ingram. Ingram is the captain, and then 5 Browns.
Yeah, all right.
Browns blowout.
Yeah.
All right. No, and obviously we won't split any of the profits, but
Hey, what are you?
It's just fun to put together.
When are you going to pay me for the overs? What did I win?
We lost them. We had the alternate overs 58.
Aizer, I know you keep saying this is the last one, but let's do another one.
That's it too. Crap. What are you? 20? Are you 40
All right, shut up. All right, listen, everybody. Thank you.
Hold on, what share are we doing St. Jude? Hold up the pin.
Thank you very much, everybody.
The over just benefited St. Jude. Come on, Aizer.
The home team watch party presented by Lowe's. Thank you to Lowe's for doing this all year. It's been super fun. All of our great guests today was Marques Colston and Dante Hall. Ben Trager, Jamie Bazauskas behind the scenes.
Nando, what's your
Nando DeFino for coming on every time.
Look at all the hair Aizer has. I didn't notice this when he had his head down in anger at us, but look at that.
Yeah,
look at that. Wow.
Happy holidays. We will talk to you Tuesday night on Twitch with the waiver wire. Have a great evening, everybody. See you. Thanks again for tuning in.
So I owe Nando 20 and Aizer.
No, I thought we were giving it to charity, man.
I don't want to deal with that. No, PayPal or Venmo, Adam?
PayPal's fine. What do you owe me?
He wouldn't be able to get the money out of Venmo. Actually, send it to Venmo to force him to get it out of Venmo.